too complacent?
No, never get complacent. We play Fable the same way we just played Optic. I expect the same results. I mean, they're a great team, but we have goons. We have 5 people who can shoot straighter than anything. Like, we're good players. We're just going to bring the energy, and we're going to plan to have the same result.
I love it. And the last question about your team specifically, what is it that's messing? Is it just the 5 of you, and who is the standout player in your team if you had to pick one?
And all 5 of us. We're all standout players. All of us.
Simple as that. There you have it. Allegiant Shock defeats Optic Gaming for the first time ever in Gears Esports. Gears War 4, of course. We're going to kick it back to you guys on the caster's desk. Thanks so much, guys.
Okay, this is why I love Gears of War. Did you see the excitement on that man's face?
Yo, who would have known that, 3 months ago, once he went out there to go, once he left out the game to go make his own team, that he was going to come back.
I'm telling you, man, it was on elaborate ruse. It was on elaborate ruse. My man Shock, he must have a notebook somewhere. I'm telling you, like, he is just such a valuable asset. And to your point, Belly, look how happy he was, man. That's just
so humble, too. You have to take that into account. Like, he said everybody on my team is a top player, so there's no ego over there, and that's a way to be.
Well, you know what? He's right. He has Crash, who's formerly played with Optic players. Franco, Shock is a threat himself. It's really good that that team came together and they actually made a statement like that. But we're taking a look at Red Reserve against Ronin. One of the top teams in Latin America against Red Reserve. Blaze, what do you see here?
Man, you know what? So everybody has said, hey, Ronin is the 4th best team in Gears Esports right here. And we know that Red Reserve has had a tough time since they've made this roster here. But, if there's one thing I've said about Red Reserve, it's about, hey, we need to see what these players do when they get to LAN. But then they got to CMG, and they didn't have the best event right here. But now, as you can see, they're giving Ronin a run for their money.
And I want to point out, this is actually map number 2 we're jumping into. Look at the top left of your screen. Scoreboard. Ronin 1-0 up here against Red Reserve. So Red Reserve trying to fight back a little bit here in map number 2.
No, it's definitely huge. Ronin, they lost Idenivs. They got their core back together, and people are saying that they're one of the scariest team here. What does this mean for Red Reserve, Waldo?
It's massive. I mean, this is a confidence boost. Like, you're up in rounds here, and this is like, we didn't know how Red Reserve was going to do, but we said this is the group of death. It's whoever shows up on the board. And Chaos apparently has 43 kills.
What?
He's a monster.
No, he's definitely like a 2.0 because he had 240 seconds dead. And
isn't Eternity currently the record holder for most amount of kills?
Yes.
I think it was 6.
No, 54, 52,
somewhere up there. Yeah.
It was 50 something maybe, but hey. Yo, if Ronin come back into this one, Chaos could be breaking some records here here in Dallas.
Speaking of Chaos, did you guys see the commercial he was in?
Oh my gosh, that was a great
disgusting.
commercial.
How disgusting was it?
That was sick. They had a little flash when he had his controller and he had like somebody's heart in his hands. Like, oh my god.
No,
they call him Cal Drogo. Okay. Out here eating hearts.
There's no other game like Gears of War. In Gears of War, people they're up in your face. Things are personal. Things get heated, and that imagery right there defined Gears of War. I loved it. TC, they did a great job with that.
Definitely did, and I mean, in terms of this game right now, you see Red Reserve knocking on the door for a trip cap. They're probably going to get this one, so that's going to put them at map point potentially. Yep, there you go, 6-3, and for Red Reserve, it's a big
map
game.
Win for these guys. They need to win this map.
No, they definitely need to win this. Waldo and I, we actually covered the CMG Fall Regionals where we saw Red Reserve. They actually, they had a rough time against teams that they were better than, and people were questioning, is Red Reserve the real deal? They have Crushmo. They have Eternity. Waldo, is the chemistry just bad, or what's going on here?
I think they just had a bad event, and I think going to the fall regional and having that loss is a great way to actually come back because you understand what you did wrong in the dimensions. You can listen to the cast. You can listen to what everybody was saying. They came out really strong on Saturday, and then Sunday they looked really shaky. Here, they're coming out at least strong. They're 6-4 up. They could take this map if they close out the round here. And then on top of that, that pushes it to a map 3.
Yeah, I want to say I thought I saw somebody adverse with 46 kills, like more than what we saw with Chaos. Yeah, I thought maybe I'm tripping.
You're getting old. Your eyesight. What? Are you wearing your glasses today?
I'm not actually. Okay, but I got my contacts. I thought about wearing them though, but I literally thought I saw 240s on that kill feed, on that kill board. But we'll see.
I mean, we'll see if he changes player, right?
Something that definitely jumps out at me in this game, we see Drix with 26 kills.
Oh, he had 36.
Yes. So Drix was dropped from Ghost Gaming because, people use him as a scapegoat. He wasn't a flashy player. He wasn't a slayer. But this man is leaning away right now.
He always showed up on LAN. You can never take that away from him.
I actually spoke to him Wednesday night after I got in. We were at the hotel having a conversation. Let's just say he has a big kind of bone to settle or a big grudge to
Chip
settle
on his
with.
shoulder.
Yeah, exactly that. He was saying, you know what? I'm one of the greatest players in my role in Gears of War. And he looked at me, he said, outside of the obvious few players, you know, name someone better than me. And I was kind of sat there, I was thinking, I was like, you know what? The man has a point. Often I feel like he didn't get the respect he deserved. And to your point, Belly, he was kind of a scapegoat, right? He was kind of that player that was thrown under the bus. But in terms of talent.
But they tried to do it to him in UE as well, and he showed up every event too.
He's a talented player.
He's been a LAN player, and we've had that discussion multiple times. And then he came over to me and rubbed me on the shoulders, and he's like,
oh, Dezo! Oh, sorry.
Oh, God.
Oh! No, come on, finish that off.
Yo, there it is.
Call in for help. I'm fine with that.
Sorry.
All right, jumping back to the point. Drix came up and he said, I'm the best home hill player in the game, period.
He yelled it at the hotel.
And you can see it here. He's coming out strong, and their team's doing well. That looks like they could get Trip Cap dominated here, but Red Reserve are still playing in the game. They're still playing aggressively. They just got to start winning some of these key gunfights.
Yes, Ben, you know, you've been over the big pond. You've played games a lot. The point I want to make is, you know, Ronin, they're far away from, you know, their North America, you know, brothers, cousins, whatnot. How hard is it to get practice, and how big is it that they're able to compete at such a high level?
I say this all the time, right? When you clearly in an esport have one dominant region, you know, North America, you look at your Echo Fox, you're up to formerly Team Envious. It's so hard for other teams to come in and get that good practice, right? Because you can't scrim. Let's be honest, we've all been there. You can't scrim online. That ping is an issue, right? So when you get the opportunity to either boot camp or to play at an event, you're almost a few steps behind. You can do as much research as you want, right? You can have strat books for days. But ultimately, if you're not used to seeing how a region plays consistently, it's so difficult.
But I will say this, and you know what? This Latin American region is so different than any other esport there is. They've been so deeply invested in Gears of War for years. A lot of these players have been here since Gears of War 1, and Gears of War is the top esport in Latin America.
Hands down.
You can try to question about that one, but it shows here, right here, and their ping isn't too bad when it comes down to the other North American teams, so that's why that's an advantage for them.
True, but if you're, you know, a Mexican team, you're more likely going to want to play another Mexican team or a team of that region, because they're the teams that you compete for pro points.
But not if their tier is so far below yours.
But that's the problem. Because the tier is so far below, it's almost it's so difficult to get that good tier practice come through. In my opinion, it's more so for Europe, right? I think we can all agree. More so for Europe. For Latin America, it is a little bit different.
I think the other thing that you have to do about it is that world's best team that is down in Mexico with them, who's the second best team, it's like iron sharpens iron. These guys are going at it all the time, and it's back and forth between those two. But of course, you know, Ronin, they had that thing with Splice. They won second place in Paris. They did really well in Vegas, and now they're here together without identives, and they're still doing good and performing well on LAN.
And what's interesting is I've heard a lot of players actually say they feel that Ronin is better without identives.
Which is crazy to say, because identives is such a great slayer. He's a force on the map. We saw what he did against EUNITED in Season 1 on Foundation. That was amazing. But, you know, Adverse, he has 40 kills. Chaos is pushing 50 kills. Did they really need him?
It doesn't look like it right now.
No, you don't. I've heard, especially a lot of players talk about that Adverse is the X factor on this team now.
Oh, yes.
It's Adverse and Desonite and Chaos. That trio right there, the three musketeers, if you want to say there, they have just been slaying everything. And we didn't see this out of Adverse towards the beginning. We kind of saw a little bit in pairs, but he's kind of grew into his role.
Right, and to that point, all the time throughout Season 1, Identis was the poster boy of this team. He was the poster boy. So if you team with him, you knew he was always going to be the player in the limelight. Now you've just taken the chains off everybody on this team, where they can come out and just say, hey, nah, we're nasty. We really are a good team. And that's kind of the performance that you're getting right now. Chaos, 49 kills. 49 kills. Season 2 is so good. Oh, my God.
This speaks levels about the skill gap right now, because, I mean, Red Reserve, they have Eternity. Waldo, we've watched Eternity for years. This man, you know, he holds the record for the highest kill on LAN.
Maybe not for long, Belly. Maybe not for long, Belly.
Chaos is going to break this. I'm going to say now, Chaos is going to break this. But, you know, Waldo, Eternity's team, they've always been on the cusp of, you know, breaking top 4.
Oh, go get your kill.
What is the chance with them, you know, actually coming together and making a statement this event?
I mean, they just have to put the pieces together. I've heard it from talking to Hudson's. I've heard it talking from the rest of the team. They weren't playing really well at CMG. They were kind of like fighting individual fights that weren't working out for them. I think if they're all playing on the same team, well, there's the instance from Desonite.
I'm gonna see Chaos later on. I'm just gonna bow. I'm just gonna bow. I'm like, Senpai, please. I'm gonna call you Yoda. You're my dad.
This is an important map right here for Red Reserve, you guys. They have to come out with this one. You know, they need to come out here and close.
50 kills.
If you're, I'm sorry, right? But if you're Red Reserve and you hit that scoreboard button and you see someone on the other team has 50 kills
and 48.
Yo, hold on. No, you're about to have 100 kills between two players.
That's madness, people.
Oh, man.
So it's definitely insane.
Oh, man.
I mean, if there's anybody that can close this out, you know, it's Eternity. Eternity's come up clutch many times on, you know, on the.
How much do we discredit a kill record if he loses? Let's say he gets 4 kills this round, right? He gets 54. He holds the record for most.
I want to say the map.
But they lose the map.
You have to respect it.
He might have lost.
You still have to
got to respect it.
Yeah.
Ah, you guys are nice. I'm a scumbag.
Listen, I love Chaos. You have to respect the man. But the scariest thing about this that we haven't even spoken about, whoever loses this, they still have to go against Ghost Gaming.
That's correct, yeah. And that's the
group of death.
Yes.
There's so many groups of death.
There's been a lot of deaths this game.
Group of death.
That just says we got a lot of damn good competition this event, and I love it.
And honestly, you know, talking about the postseason changes that we had to the game, which, you know, we had some quality of life changes to the movement system and to the Lancer. It's definitely, you can see how the skill gap is closed. People are able to play defensive now more than they were in Season 1.
They looking to close this one out. Don't get 22-second respawns. Eternity, he's in a 1v2 situation. He's about to get pinched. Can he come out on top is the question. They're going to blindside him. Domination coming through. Torque in Chaos's hand. The last one that was up was Crushmo, and Ronan brings this one back.
I mean, look at that. They just went 3 rounds on the bounce there. They were 6-4 down, and they closed that map out.
How big is that? I mean, is Chaos like a force to be reckoned with?
He was a force to be reckoned with last season when he was teamed up with Identives. Yeah. But at the same time, those 2 players were such threats that you always had to worry about them having power weapons, picking fights, showing up on the other side of the map. You can never leave these players isolated. And honestly, you can see the team dimension from Ronan doing such a good thing there. They were down in rounds and they came back.
And one thing it is worth mentioning as well, that's going to give them now so much confidence going into their next game.
Oh, my God.
Right? Chaos is going to sit there and say, dude, I just dropped 50, bro. I just dropped 50. I'm shooting my gun. I'm vibing. I'm feeling.
Be like, hey, me too.
Yeah, like, when you now go up against that later game against Ghost, you're going to have so much confidence inside. So much confidence that, realistically, I know a lot of people said it when we did our reveal show or our pool draw show, but they could come out #1 in that pool now.
Now, the point I want to get to, okay, speaking of matchups, Ghost Gaming against Ronan, that's a really good matchup on Ronan's end because, as we saw, they can handle the slaying on their end. But Red Reserve, they weren't able to capitalize on that. Waldo, I mean, could this pretty much be it for Ronan, or what do they have to do?
I think Ronan just has to, again, this is something that I had a discussion in Paris with that team. If they are on point team firing for each other, it's going to be very hard to beat them. You saw them beat Echo Fox there way back when they were envious. And on the same point, if they're team firing and they're winning and they're baiting the fights correctly, Red Reserve were not able to do anything after the initial. They kept losing those fights. So at some point you have to say, is Ghost in their 2 main Slayers going to be able to actually do anything versus that team fire and that cross that Ronan's going to set up?
I know this was the match I wanted to see. You know, I was hoping I got a chance to see the Mexico City first because I always said that when it comes down to the Latin American fans, who do you cheer for?
Where do you go?
Is it Identives? Your Latin American rock star of all last season, or is it your bread and butter, okay? Your ride or die.
I think it actually kind of opens up that whole region to having like 2 areas of support now, right? It's not just having one. It's like, all right, well, we can support Identities on his kind of campaign, but as well, we still have that solid team who can come out here and potentially take first in their pool.
Oh, it's like watching 2 of your girlfriends go against each other. You just don't know who to root for, you know? It's pretty crazy. But as we saw there, Ronan, they're definitely making a name for themselves in Season 2.
Yep.
This season is going to be big. I mean, the Optic Gaming fell already. Ronan's making a statement. I feel bad for whoever gets put into that group of death from open bracket.
It's going to be a tough thing, and this event sets the pace for the entire season that we're looking at.
Yes.
If Optic doesn't, hypothetically, if Optic doesn't win here, how much does that do they do the roster change? You can change one person and make. You know, it's hypothetical. You can change one person and keep your pool play spot.
I'm normally the crazy person.
I'm saying.
I'm normally the one that says some crazy stuff.
I'm just saying, you know, you're looking at it. You know, there's other people that are coming up. You're looking at Powers as another player.
Did they pick up Pell?
I don't know.
Okay, all right. It was one match. So one match.
Gears of War is a momentum-based game.
It is.
That will always stand by that. But you guys saw some great matches today. We'll see you soon after this commercial break.
We located the hostage on the second floor. We all go in together. Copy? On my go. 3, 2. Jimmy, what are you doing?
What? You guys know I farm on Tuesdays? This alfalfa's not gonna water itself.
4-player co-streaming on Mixer.
Got spanked last night in multiple games.
live from the main stage here at the Gears Pro Circuit Dallas Open. Let's go! Coming out on the blue side, it's a new roster with a new desire to win, and they're here to prove that they belong on top. It's Blackout! And on the red side, more united than ever, and here to show that they are the team to beat. It's EUNITED! All right, I'm here with Clouds over here from Blackout. Start with you, man. Now, you guys, when I look back at your squad, it's a team of players that all been released from other squads. So you guys more like a revenge team out here. How y'all attacking this competition?
A revenge team? If you're planning to head for revenge, then there's an ending, because once you achieve that revenge, there's nothing after that. So we don't plan on just going for revenge. There's just an obstacle that's in our way that we got to surpass.
So let's talk about your first obstacle here. You look over here at Spencer, Tommy, former teammate when you was with EU. Now, they're one of your obstacles. How you gonna get past them? Tell me about some of the weaknesses over here on this squad.
The weakness? You honestly just have to out-team them, and then when you're out-teaming them, just make sure you're outslaying them at the same time.
Out-teaming and outslaying them. Tommy over here coming to you now. EU over here. You got a leader now and Wild over there. Tell me what he's meant to your team.
He's meant everything to us, you know. He's the leader we needed. He was the organization that we're looking for season 1, and I feel like it's going to be a great event for us.
Now, we're talking about here season 2. What are your expectations? You guys in the 2Ks, you took out some top teams, including Ghost Gaming. So tell me, what's your expectations here?
If we do everything, if we do the fundamentals right, I think we're going to win this event.
But right now, you got to take on Blackout over here. You guys going to mop the floor with him or what?
New York wasn't pretty, so I think I'm pretty confident, yeah.
All right, let's see how it goes down. EUNITED, Blackout, lock it up.
Last season, United, you know, we had a rough patch going into Las Vegas, you know, a lot of internal issues, and making our new roster changes with Soto and Wildy, I feel like the vibes are a lot better on our team. You know, we like to play with each other, and going from a top 12 team to now a 4th seed team coming to Dallas, I say we make a pretty solid improvement. A lot of people don't look at us as one of the powerhouse teams, but I feel like we're very underestimated, which we don't mind at all going to this event. This season, I'm definitely looking forward to just competing with my brothers like throughout the entire circuit, you know, trying to remap ourselves in the Gears of War scene as the top dog again.
Blackout against EUNITED. Waldo, when we saw what Cloud said, he said we need to out-team them. What do they really need to do against this EUNITED roster?
One of the things that you can look at the EUNITED roster is they're a very support-heavy team in their players. You've got Soto Dispenza, very strong in that realm, but if you can isolate those players and actually beat them in those key shotgun fights and those engagements, you can actually come out on top, and they do have the mechanical skill of that to do that.
Yeah, and one thing, too, I like these keys to victory you see on screen right here. Don't overthink. I think EUNITED, unlike any other team, is most compared to Echo Fox. And we always are very critical of Echo Fox, sometimes being too smart, too textbook. Completely agree with that key to victory right there. And, of course, Zerpting needs to slay up, and, of course, Coach Affinity making a big impact as well.
The one thing about EUNITED that grabs me, John, Fallout, we've been talking about this. EUNITED has 3 players on that roster that won first place over the span of multiple Gears titles. Who are they?
Yeah, 3 champions on this EUNITED squad. People dismiss that. People forget about that. You have Dispenza, back-to-back champion in Gears of War 3. You have Wildebeest, former member of the Insanes, Gears of War 2 and Gears of War 3 champion. Or the Insanes were in Gears of War 2 at least. And then, of course, you have Lava, former member of Optic Gaming, has won multiple events with that Optic Gaming squad. So they have the keys to success. The question is, can they come together? Can they mesh together well as a team?
Yes, and as you see our map bans and packs, map bans and picks, I apologize. Harbor will be the first map played. Momo you've been watching EUNITED all of Season 1. What's your take on them?
I mean, you look at EUNITED, you see the experience. I think John just touched on it then. You've got the likes of Lava, Dispenser. You know, these guys have kind of had that experience you need. But, you know, Zerting, a young gun, this guy can slay. And, again, one of those kind of points that was brought up. He slays the leadership of Wildebeest, you know, the in-game leadership. You're looking at that team to take the victory. Oh,
definitely. But we're starting off with EUNITED against Blackout.
And here we go. I've been looking forward to this one. Of course, we mentioned the New York City Regionals. If you guys did not have a chance to tune into that event, these two teams faced off, Momo. It was not pretty, as Dispenser said. 7-2 to 7-2. EUNITED won that one 2-0.
And absolutely, you know, you've got to look at Dispenser, and, you know, he's got to have so much confidence in his team going into this. You've had a very, very recent event where you played against this team. You've had a very, you know, happy result, if you like, coming against these. So they're going to have all the confidence. Blackout, though, they've got a point to prove.
Yeah, completely agreed. I want to break down that Blackout roster when we have a lull here. But right now, that is not the case. We are kicking off map number 1 here on board with the man himself, the man behind the camera. That is Cloud. But Zerpty comes in the flank. He gets taken out early by Firearm. So just like that, it's going to be Blackout with first blood. They have a 5-on-4 opportunity. Of course, as that happens, a smart play from Wildebeest, recognizing, hey, we have a 2v1 up top against Witchy. They isolate him. They neutralize.
Yeah, and you've got to think as well, these initial rounds for the likes of Blackout are so important to get that point across. Just to say to EUNITED, you're not going to mop the floors like you did in New York. However, starting things off, we're going to see 2 go down. Clouts and Firearm as Tommy for EUNITED does fall as well. We're in a 4v2.
Tommy Dispenser with a big double kill to kick things off. We mentioned former champion in himself with that Notorious squad when he played with Toy Soldier and Red Icy back in Gears of War 3. I've heard from the EUNITED squad, he didn't have the best event in New York City Regionals. I think they're looking at him to step up. He is such a key player to this team. Looking forward to seeing what he can do.
And just kind of going through this for everyone, you know, a lot of new spectators towards Gears of War. What are we looking at? You know, these guys, it's first to 7, the respawn's increasing. Tell us a little bit about it, Fallout.
Yeah, of course, escalation mode is called escalation for a reason. As each round progresses, there's a weapon placed by the losing team, and your player respawn timer increases by 2 seconds. So the game literally changes as the game continues. One of the most beautiful game modes in console esports, in my opinion. And of course, as we say that, 3 caps to dominate will come through. No, Cloud is going to break it. He gets shut down. Witchy picks up 1. He gets taken out all up to Firearm now. What can Firearm do in this situation? He's going to take out 1. Can he get the double? Firearm takes out 2. Goes for the triple kill, but he's going to get tagged up by Lava. Now up to Lava. The last member alive here. He's going to get shut down by Neglect. Some way, somehow, Blackout survives.
Firearm there goes huge for his team. That 2-piece just enables Blackout to get back into this game. Keep your eyes to that top left because you are going to see EUNITED take the lead. However, Blackout, they've got another sign of life here. 79 to 143 here, but on board with Neglect.
Yeah, Neglected, former member of Vex Gaming. In fact, 3 members of this team come from the Vex Gaming roster back in the day. Of course, Vex was known for finding, actually 4 members. Dispenser started on Vex Gaming back in Gears 3, so all 4 of these guys come from the same roots. See what Neglect can do. He takes out Soto. Now left in a 1v against Tommy. Also former Vex. He gets shut down as well. And just like that, it's going to be Blackout that bounces back here. They will need a 3 cap to win this round here. So all eyes on this B hill. Blackout needs to play aggressive for 3 hills to capture the domination.
EUNITED, they can play the numbers game right now. Like you said there, the question is how patient can they play? At the moment, 10 players all on the battlefield, and we're going to see this next engagement come down. Lava on your screen, just winding his way around the smoke, and he's actually just gone around the back. But B, he's being contested.
And I don't know if they saw him.
I don't think they did.
He's not reaction shotting to see, but Lava heads up play, runs through that smoke, breaks the hill, and that might be what is needed. It is going to be. Lava's going to capture that C hill by himself and secure the round single-handedly. I see Waldo to my left clapping here because he knows that was a heads-up play.
Waldo, the analyst that he is, he gives his approval, and you know what? So do I. Looking at that, you know, that just shows how one kind of heads-up play is not something that shows on a scoreboard. You know, it's not a kill, it's not a down or anything like that, but it's just that heads-up play that, you know, enables your team to secure that round.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the difference of Lava as a player. Always been a very, very smart player. Hasn't necessarily been the most flashy, not necessarily a Summons or a Solars, but certainly a franchise with his mentality and his ability to outsmart his opponents.
Okay, so the respawn increased by 2. Weapon placement going down as well. We're going to head into round number 2 very, very shortly. But one thing I never get over, how does Cloud place with those shades on? How?
Is he
how
wearing,
and why? Yeah, he's wearing them.
You have to be kidding.
I'm not kidding.
They're not Gunner Optics. Those are literally, I think, Ray-Bans. What in the world? Clouts, you are a legend, my friend. Big shout to Clouts, one of the best personalities in Gears Esports. Big 1v1. Zerpting dies again. So far, a slow start for Zerpting. Domes takes out 1, but again, it's going to be Tommy and Wildebeest up top who make up for Zerpting's death in the stern here. Good plays from them, and Wildebeest is out for blood against Firearm. Wildebeest former champion with the Insanes, going to let his teammate support him, takes out his pistol, also known to have one of the best pistols back in Gears 2. He finally gets shut down by Fire. Maybe a little over-aggressive there.
Yeah, a little over-aggressive, and he's going to pay the price. But Tommy and Zerpting finding a double each, and we're going to see 4 put to bed there. Witchy, the last alive for his team, and Tommy doesn't look like he's stopping right here. Bounce back and forth. That shotgun been so accurate so far. Is going to fall, is going to go down. He does get a break round. Blackout lead by around 30 points here.
And he does get the break there, small, subtle, but of course that's going to deny at least 4 or 5 points right there for Blackout as it takes 6 seconds to capture that hill. So heads up play from Tommy, at least getting the break after picking up 2 kills. I like that play from United, but Blackout in a good position here as the COG team, although they are down 2 hills to 1.
Down currently as it stands, but Lava and Wildebeest pushing round. They're going to try and get in the face, but we've just seen Soto take down Zerpting. Not what he wanted to do there. Lava is going to put Firearm down, and now trying to take control of A. He will do that. At the moment, we see EUNITED not controlling, should I say Blackout not controlling a hill. They are going to take control of B, though. One apiece here as A still uncontested.
And I want to point out that play by Lava. He broke the hill and immediately rotated to help his teammate. Of course, it didn't work out for him, but that's the right decision. If Wildebeest could have just dodged those Lancer bullets and stayed alive an extra few seconds, that would have been a 2v1 trap in isolation. Heads up play from Lava, unfortunately, doesn't work in his favor, but now Blackout in control here. You want to see them hold the 2-cap in this scenario. There's 5 alive for EUNITED. No reason to push for the 3-cap. Hold his setup at top stern and don't let EUNITED push and have their way at this top area.
Well, Klaus can see every single member pretty much pushing up here. He's going to back down. He's got the support of his teammates. And like you said, they have the 2-cap right now. They are gaining that momentum. And we've heard it before, obviously, Belly saying this is a momentum-based game mode. You know, this Gears of War in general. And right now, they need a round. They've already gone 1-0 down versus United. We're going to see Witchy go down.
And I'm going to say, to my point earlier, I disagree with that play. Witchy pushes for the overextension, gets a break, but to what avail? They lose the 2-cap, and Firearm now is the last member alive. They're going to hold their own hill, but I believe a 2-cap from EUNITED will secure them the win. In that scenario, don't overextend, don't go for the 3-cap. Instead, set up, rotate, and hold the 2-cap a little bit better than they did right there. I disagree with that play right there from Blackout.
Zerpting down low here, just keeping control of B, and he's going to call out that 2 players are pushing it. Hopefully the support of his teammates will come in, but Smoke's coming down, and Tommy just taking his time here, obviously getting that power position. He's going to be taken down, though. Klaus, again, so accurate with the shotgun. We're going to see 2 fall for United. Could this be where Blackout finish the game?
I think right now all odds in Blackout's favor is they have 3 dead for EUNITED. All they need is to break 1 hill and they will secure it, actually hold this 2-cap, and they win. I think this is a Blackout round, so they get away with it. And this round really, I think the story of this round, as it's wrapping up here momentarily, will be around the swinging of the pendulum. One team has a 2-cap, the next team has a 2-cap. One team has a 2-cap, and then again, it was Blackout that ultimately ended up with 2 hills to 1 and comes out on top in that scenario. But I want to see both teams hold their 2-cap setups a little bit better. They're giving them up with ease.
I mean, that's from my experience, obviously, seeing, you know, this game played out. You know, you can hold that 2-cap maybe for a minute, 2 minutes. You can really gain a lead and put the pressure on the opposing team to have to play for that triple cap, you know. And if you can do that, you know, you can control the momentum, the pace, and everything that goes along with it. But EUNITED do fall on that round. We do have a tie, 1-on-1. We're going to get another weapon placement here, though.
Yeah.
Or not.
Excuse me, a blocked weapon placement. Of course, in that situation, what you just saw, if you're new to Gears Esports, you have the option to place a weapon where you want on the map, or you have 1 block where you can use that to block a weapon placement, which disallows the other team from placing a weapon there the rest of the half. Well played. Decision right there from EUNITED. They recognize, hey, we barely lost that round. I like the way the map composition is currently. Let's keep it the same. No reason to change things up.
I think that shows a lot of confidence, even though losing the round, you know, to kind of just keep it the same. They're pretty much confident going into this higher respawn. However, kicking things off, getting back into the action.
And I'm noticing a different strategy here from EUNITED. Zerpting was losing that fight on the winch, so instead he goes high side to stern. Smart decision right there from EUNITED to change their strat up, recognizing, hey, this isn't working out for us. But instead, it's actually Blackout who's all over it. They rotate to B hill, they take a 2v1, and they isolate the 1v1 player of EUNITED, who was Lava. Well done right there, and let's see what EUNITED responds. They actually are going to respond with an overextension to that C hill.
Wildebeest weak. Definitely not down. He's got the backup of Tommy now, and is this the push for C that they need to try and gain that 2-cap? Currently 10 down, but early on in the round, not going to matter too much. Witchy takes down Zerpting, and that's the first player on the board.
And I'm going to point out, Zerpting, I'm not sure what the stat line is right now, but a lot of deaths for Zerpting in this scenario, and we looked at him as a key to victory. He has to slay up. We saw him perform phenomenally well at NYC Regionals, and haven't seen him be a huge factor here yet. I'm looking at Zerpting to step up.
I'm looking at the likes of Zerpting, Wildebeest as well, obviously newer to this roster than some others. And for me, you know, these guys have to step it up. And yes, we're very early on in the series here, only 1-1. And of course, a best of 3. These guys, they're playing the first game of the day. Maybe a little bit of nerves kicking in, but as the experience of EUNITED, will it prevail?
Yep, certainly. A storied team is EUNITED. 3 champions on 1 roster, as we spoke to earlier. Let's see what they can do in this one. Currently, Blackout with the lead, but losing in hill count. Now it's going to be a push that comes from Zerpting. I called him out momentarily. He's actually going to get taken down as well, so Zerpting pushes into a 1 versus 2 there in that scenario and gets shut down again. I don't want to continue to beat a dead horse in this current situation, but a couple key mistakes right there from Zerp.
Yeah, and I like the play obviously from Neglect to wait for his teammate to get that, but we're going to see Domes here, a player which, for me, I'll be saying, you know, a little bit more unfamiliar with. You probably know a little bit more, John, but picking up some big important kills here, pushing forward. Well, Soda on your screen is going to roll around, find Neglect there, and take him down. Zerpting picking up Clouts as well. A couple of kills which could favor EUNITED.
This is a 1 versus 1 that will define the rest of this round, in my opinion. And Witchy with the perfect left-hand glitch pistol. Beautiful play right there. If you don't know what I'm talking about, of course, in Gears, you have right-hand advantage. If you hold left trigger and back off of a wall, you can actually flip your character to have a left-hand advantage. And Witchy did that with perfection right there. A perfect 8 pistol shot down from Witchy. And now Zerpting wins a 1v. Lava's there to support, and EUNITED should be able to run away with this round here, holding that B hill.
Yeah, they're going to cap it very soon, and there it is. 2 cap will come in. They do have the lead of around 10 points, and you know, we're getting to the point where you hit that 180, 190 mark, and you just need to sit still, hold those points. Will they be able to, or will Blackout break through here? Witchy on your screen, Lancer Fire going down.
Yeah, at this point, Momo, they are going to need a 3 cap, so see how Blackout plays. It's not going to help when Soto is shutting down Domes on the other side of the map now. Soto's just going to actually overextend and break that C hill as well, so not looking good, and this should be an EUNITED round, unless, of course, Soto loses this 1v. It's a crucial one against his former teammate in Clouds.
Again, smart play there coming in from Soto. He's kind of just that backup plan where, you know, he rotates around. Yes, he probably gives up a lane or 2, but, you know, he jumps on the C home hill. It takes the distraction off them pushing, and we're going to see EUNITED bounce back here. 2-1 current scoreline.
And on your screen right now, you see Clouts, Neglectant, Witchy, the young god in Gears of War. Then, of course, Firearm on the far left. Any chance that Firearm has to grab a sniper in this game, I want to hop on board with that man. It was my boy Music's out in the crowd letting us know we got to keep an eye out for him. Actually, Frag out, my apologies. Letting us know we got to keep an eye out. His former teammate, of course, great sniper. I'm looking to see what Firearm can do if he gets a long shot in his hands.
Well, you're talking sniper, got a weapon placement going down.
There it is.
There it is, right at the stern. Obviously, a power position. We all know, you know, that wind's looking over. You can dominate the map from that. So far, though, EUNITED, they've looked comfortable. They didn't change anything in round number 3. They take that 2-1 up now. Will they be looking out for the same thing? You know, knowing that sniper's going down, are they, you know, a little bit worried about this? Do they change their game style now?
Yeah, I'm interested to see what strat they run. I think we're going to see, we saw EUNITED run a 3 up to stern. Let's see if EUNITED does it again. Are they going to send Zerpting up there? Yes, they do. First front and center with that spawn is going to be Zerpting. He's going to actually grab that sniper. A smart quick pick, and Wildebeest escorts him out with the kill on Witchy. So heads up strategy from EUNITED with a quick pick on that sniper. I know Lava's a big fan of that strat, and now Zerpting has sniper in his hands.
And you weren't wrong. Firearm, he was running and gunning for that. He wanted that, but, you know, we saw EUNITED a little bit too quick. Zerpting and Lava obviously combining now. 2 players down, that's Clouts and Neglect, currently a 5v3, and of course each round going on, that higher respawn. Zerpting can back off as he sees 1 player go down. Can he connect, though? Bolt going over, he can see the support of his teammate Soto. Does he need it? No, he doesn't. Firearm does fall. Another 2 go down. This is looking all EUNITED.
100%. Zerpting hasn't even hit a shot with that sniper yet. He hasn't even shot the sniper yet because his teammates are doing everything else. Wildebeest tags up Clouts. Clouts is full red right now. He's going to get shut down as well. And just like that, EUNITED with an under a minute round. And you see Tommy, pure anger and pure passion on his face. And Affinity, of course, former pro player, in my opinion, the most game-changing coach in Gears esports right now. When he announced his retirement last season, of course, former member of E6, that changed the game for the coaches, and every coach was expected to step up to reach his level.
So big deal for EUNITED as they do take this game by the scruff of its neck and maybe looking to shut this down earlier than possible here. We're going to get another weapon placement.
Yep, something pretty passive here. Looks like they are highlighting Boltok pistols, so not a big change. Expect these 1v1 players to use those Boltoks and have a little bit of a standoff with the pistols. But back to the topic of Affinity, not many people know this, but most coaches in Gears maybe communicate 5 to 10% of the time in the comms. Affinity and speaking of the United squad, is on the comms 30 to 40% of the time. He's actually making shot calls. He's directing the team. That is something that's really never been done before on the coaching side of things. It looks like we have a little bit of a pause here as these players are trying to figure out some technical issues, which gives us time to maybe set the story a little bit more around Affinity and some of these coaches.
Yeah, I mean, you've talked about this coach and, you know, Affinity in particular, of how important he is. You know, do other teams then look at them, you know, their play style or that coach and think, you know, not only do we need a coach, or, you know, we need to kind of look at Affinity in particular? Yeah,
I mean, I really think Affinity has set the bar, undoubtedly.
Okay.
So I think it creates a dynamic, and Waldo would love to hear your thoughts as well, but it creates a dynamic where you start to look at maybe former pro players, former competitive players as your coach, not just the guy that's going to time weapons and maybe study film and offer strategy insight. It was Prism was the first person to step down and coach. Of course, Affinity followed. Waldo, your thoughts on the coaching scene in Gears?
I think that the biggest thing is we're starting to see a development. Fire and Ice has picked up a coach in Phalok. He's actually been a player that I've played with, and it's different when you can play with people that understand the game at that level and understand what you should be doing at all times. And you can see it on how EUNITED's rotating, right? Lava and Soto aren't playing for kills or playing for the objective. Escalation is an objective-based game mode, and you can see what they're doing. They're going over, they're forsaking the fight, and then they're going and taking the helm, creating pressure on the other side of the map. This is why EUNITED's in the lead. It doesn't matter what the kills are. Zerpting doesn't have to show up if all they're doing is playing the map.
Well said. Yeah, I completely agree with that.
No, their experience is definitely showing, and the fact that they have a coach, a pro player as a coach, is starting to show. They just won in under a minute. This is showing why Gears IQ is so important in this game.
Yeah, 100%.
I think as well, you know, it's very easy to look at esport in general and just think a pro player, any pro player can turn into a coach because they've played the game for, you know, 1 year, 2 year, 5 years, or whatever it may be. But, you know, as players ourselves of different esports, you know when you're playing with someone that's kind of got that analytical mind to kind of, you know, put their spin on it. For me, that's really shown in EUNITED's gameplay.
Well said, especially with a team like EUNITED that has people like Lava who are known to maybe get quiet, shut down, be a little more reserved. It's going to have a coach keep them in it. And of course, jumping back into this one, it is this man, Firearm, who finally gets the sniper in his hands. Excited to see what he can do with it here. Neglect comes on the flank. He takes out one, grabs a meat shield actually. Wildebeest left in no man's land. He's going to get down surely here. Yes, he does. Just like that, there's Blackout with a strong round. They're looking to punch EUNITED back in the face here, and they will do exactly that. But no, the B-Hill's broken by Zerpting, none other than Zerpting himself. Clouds shuts down Soto, though, and it's all up to Lava. In a 1v3 right now, he's going to get shut down, and there you have it. A 3-cap domination is going to come through for Blackout.
I think that's what Blackout needed. You know, they've kind of just been shut down in the same way, just to kind of assert their dominance, show that they're a team to be reckoned with. They bite back with a round like that, and, you know, they set the pace of the game a little bit now and just say, come on, let's settle down. We're only 1 round down instead of 3. Really is a difference maker. However, going into these later rounds, this is where we're going to get an increase of respawn. A lot of noise coming from the open bracket, the feature stations. It is heating up here in Dallas.
Undoubtedly. Ghost Gaming versus Red Reserve. Quick update is tied at 1-1. You can, of course, check out that action at live.gearsofwar.com and our Bravo stream as well. But back into this one, 3-2 is the score. Certainly a closer one than I think we expected. Closer than the regionals were, that's for sure. Unless, of course, United wins the next 4 rounds in this one.
We'll have to wait and see. For me, Blackout, they've shown much more improvements. They've shown their worth, and for me, they've shown better than just 2 rounds in a game. We'll have to wait and see, though. On board with Clouts, though, takes down Zerpting. Shot to the head, and he's looking for more.
Clouts. That is the difference maker that Clouts has shown ever since Gears of War 3. You see him take the 1v against Zerpting, rotates and helps his teammate, and guess what? He's leading the way with 12 kills right now for Blackout. Clouts, who's been playing and competing since he was 13 years old back in Gears 3, has now made a name for himself in the pro circuit.
As well, just kind of touching on the age there, you talk about competing from such a young age and, you know, playing a couple of years and you kind of not even reach your peak yet. You kind of think about some of these players and where they can potentially go. You look at the experience that the likes of EUNITED has. Where will players like that end up? That's the question. But on your screen, Firearm dashing left and right here, does have the sniper in hand.
Well, I'm excited to see what he can do with it. Well, he's hopping over a lot of covers here. some more aerobatics right now for Firearm. Getting his gymnastics on here. Well done. But Firearm, of course, 13 kills to his name. Former member of Pedro Juan Jose, the amateur team breakout of last season, in my opinion. He went on to play with Fire and Ice, tags up Tommy, Clouds picks up the kill, and there's the impact that Firearm makes with that sniper in his hands.
And there we go, Clouds. He's going to finish that 1 player off, but again, it's this battle for this top control here. And right now, Firearm, Witchy up, putting the pressure on. I think 1 player pinching around the side, and Lava's actually backing off. And EUNITED, they may be just behind in points, but at the moment they've got no positioning. Firearm trying to get this shot off, not going to happen.
Of course, you can actually, even though it's execution style rules, if you get a headshot, you can actually kill someone from far away. And he's going to connect for that one on the tap up. and that shot might seem easy, but it's harder when you think, of course, playing on main stage for $300,000 doesn't ease the pressure. And Firearm picks off a second one. That was Lava, who was also down. So Firearm just picking off the down members of EUNITED. Great teamwork.
Okay,
and there's the triple kill headshot that comes in from Firearm. We told you to look out for this guy with the long shot on main stage, and he delivered.
Absolutely. Might have missed his first, but he followed it up with 3 sharp shots there. And we are going to see a player once again try his best. Wildebeest denied. And Blackout, back-to-back rounds, first time in the series. This is where they get momentum. And just kind of speaking before this game, we spoke about Clouch. You know, he gets hyped up. He can be a real difference maker. What about the rest of the roster? This Blackout roster, they seem to be a very high-energy team.
100%. And you just saw on your screen right there, Firearm picks up 3 kills and gets up, make sure their team knows it. So all 5 of them are very vocal. Domes, of course, very not soft-spoken to say the least on Twitter and elsewhere, as he's a leader and a content creator as well. Big shout out to this Blackout team performing so far. We're tied at 3-3 going into the second half, where, of course, all things will be reset and hills will flip.
Okay, so back to basics here. Respawn, obviously, back to 10 seconds here, and it's just a battle of those shotguns. There's Lancer fire coming in, and of course, a lot of smoke here to gain that top control. No one taking control of the E-Hill just yet. Wildebeest having to back down, which he will go down as well. Cloud's trying to finish him off, but no. He's going to have the support of his teammate, and Tommy will deny that, picks up Wildebeest and back in the action.
Yeah, great play from Wildy right there. Full red, manages to get a double down, lets his teammate come and support. I don't know how Wildebeest pulled that one off, but as a result, they're going to get that E-Hill, 2-hill control, and of course, keep in mind, in the early rounds of the half, when player respawn timers are 10 seconds, you don't want to overextend, which means push for the F-hill or the away hill. You want to hold a 2-cap instead, because by the time you get to that F-hill, they'll be respawning and they'll be in your face.
And as the rounds go on from the very start of the game, it's just increased by 2 seconds per time. But, when you go from such a high respawn to right back to 10 seconds, you've got to change that game style instantly. And some teams obviously doing it better than others. Wildebeest does go down on that respawn now. We see the aggression coming in from Neglect, trying to get around the back here. He's supported by his teammates. 3 players pushing forward. Just getting that position, holding that position, is going to enable Blackout to capture the E-Hill.
And a great break strategy right there from Blackout. Of course, in Gears Esports, in terms of strategy, we talk about breaks, we talk about setups, and we talk about initial strategies. That break right there on that E-Hill is something they practice over and over and over again, perfectly executed by Blackout. And now it's going to be Domes. He's going to get a revive here momentarily. Chain revive comes in, and here comes the flank as well from the remaining members of Blackout. But wait, EUNITED actually stays up.
Stays up just for now. We are going to see the score go over that triple-digit mark, but right now, Blackout holding E and F. They should be able to tie this up and take the lead.
Yeah, and a big mistake there again from Blackout. They overextend for the 3-cap when all they had to do was set up and gain points for the 2-cap and hold your setup. Instead, they give EUNITED a perfect opportunity to break the hill right now. Thanks to that kill from Wildebeest. Of course, they're going to do a good job bouncing back thanks to Neglect. By the way, has 16 kills in his name, but Zerpting takes out 1 in this one. So he can get the second.
Trying to get the second is weak, but he's trying to get that one shot on him, and yes, he does. Rolls back in, and that's a game-changing moment right there. He's got Domes on his tail. Can he do the third? Not sure if he's going to be able to, but the movement coming in for Zerpting. And again, we saw that one of the points was Zerpting to slay is going to trade out there as Domes takes out Wildebeest. But look at this. 150 is stopped for Blackout as 2 hills are captured by EUNITED. They're going to take the lead and momentarily stop Blackout from gaining any points.
Yeah, huge plays right there from EUNITED, specifically Zerpting, who, by the way, has been a little quiet, only with 11 kills right now. We're expected to see him put up 20 at this point, but it goes to show what he can do when he does turn up. Huge triple kill from him.
Best thing that I love about Season 2 already, we have not only Waldo by our side, but we get to see his reactions all through Season 1. I could hear him in the back screaming at plays. Now he's showing his anger when he can see people making mistakes. Interested to see at the end of the game what he has to say. But back into the action. This is very close game right now. Blackout has the lead. EUNITED has the lead, and they're looking to close out right now, Joe.
And a heads-up play from EUNITED. They recognize, hey, Blackout's playing for E-Hill. Let's just out-rotate them and play for a home and away hill, hold the 2-cap, and thus win the round. There you go, an EUNITED round right there. Thanks to some heads-up plays from Wildebeest. That man on your screen right now, shot caller of this team and veteran in the Gears of War scene. EUNITED wins this one, and they win the first round of the half.
And for me, my experience, again, in esports in general, you change usually one player, maybe a Slayer or someone on an objective. But to change the team and bring one player in, obviously, and they take control of the team, it's not usually seen that much. But, Wildebeest, what kind of an impact does he make for this EUNITED roster?
Yeah, Ramon, that's a great question. Of course, to your point, Wildebeest complete outsider of this team. EUNITED, a team that went through a lot of scrutiny in Season 1, a lot of roster changes, demo bounce, of course, a lot of controversy around him on this team. They decided to completely completely changed the identity. And my hat goes off to Burnsoff and the rest of the United management, of course, Clerky and the rest, for really designing a smart team. Wildebeest comes in. They put him as the leader and shot caller. He makes such an impact with his maturity, his positivity, his kindness. I mean, he brings so much to this team in addition to his in-game shot calling. And, by the way, great shotgun player as well.
A very good player in himself with a lot of different qualities. And like you said, he's an in-game leader for this team now, so he's going to guide them through what potentially could be a very, very positive tournament for them. And like you said, they've got champions on their roster already. Can they get one here this weekend? That's the question. It's a tough ask, but they're 4-3 up here against Blackout, and they're fighting for that E-control once again.
I don't want to continue to harp on it, but if Blackout wins this initial, which so far, good start from Clouts up top, but Zerping shuts down one. If they win this initial, I want to see them hold the 2-cap and set up, work as a team. Don't always have your foot on the gas pedal, go, go, go. Instead, hold your 2-cap setup, gain your points, and win the objective, most important.
It is all about that objective. You can slay and slay all you like, but you've got to focus on those hills. And looking at that, we can see the control currently in for Blackout.
Now just relax, set up, play as a team, and outsmart United. You can tell United is rotating. They want an E-hill push. If I'm Blackout, I'm rotating members over. That's 4 members versus the 3 members of Blackout. Where's the rotation here from Blackout? Looks like there you have it. Dome's going to come through.
Domes, Clouds just sitting at the winch as well. The smoke's coming down here. We see Tommy and Zerpting grouping up and ready for that push. Wildebeest backing him up, and we're going to jump on board with Domes, rolling back and forward. Does have the support of Witchy. These are the important gunfights go down. Witchy finds one. Zerpting to fall.
There it is.
We're going to see Tommy go down as well. Witchy pulling off the double with the support of his team. Huge for Blackout.
And this is the difference. If you hold the 2-cap setup, now it's going to be United just scrambling on the other side of the map, trying to get the away hill. But guess what? It's a 4v2. You should be able to win that. Of course, as I say that, Lava takes out Neglect in the 1v1. That's going to give Lava and team an opportunity to take that away hill. Heads up rotation right there from United, always being one step ahead of Blackout in this one.
Yeah, rotation was key there, and you could see that kind of coming in. We are going to see the lead for Blackout here, but the home hills both in control of United right now. A big gun battle going down at D. Zerpting trying to get the better of him. Clouts is going to find the shield, falls down eventually. We're going to see 2 players. Will he get the pickup? Yes, he will.
Zerpting, say it ain't so. This man comes out of nowhere. A wild Zerpting appears, and guess what? Takes out every member of Blackout. That's a triple kill from Zerp. Thanks to the rotation to keep his teammate Lava alive. And Lava and Zerpting right there just won a 2 versus 5, by the way. What huge plays right there from Zerp and Lava. And they're not done yet.
They're not done at all. They are wanting to finish this and finish it right here, but it shouldn't happen. The numbers were against them, but they managed to pull through. They're trying to go for that triple cap. It's going to be denied for now, but Clouts is going to go down. We've got players on respawn. Only Firearm and Neglect are up on the spawn, but now we're looking at, once again, EUNITED trying to close it out. Denied for Firearm. Zerpting, a huge impact player there. And he's going to secure the round for EUNITED as they take the lead here, 5-3.
Is that the birth of a new duo in Gears of War history?
You tell me.
Lurking. Zava, you see him on your screen right now as he just single-handedly, of course, actually double-handedly, with his teammate Lava right there, held off an army of Blackout members. That round had Blackout written all over it. They had a 2-cap setup, Momo. They were controlling the map. They pushed, United pushed E-Hill, got shut down, 5-on-3 scenario, and United just out-rotated Blackout. Blackout should have been all over that away hill rotation. Instead, United was able to push that and have their way on their home hill. Such a heads-up play from Zerpting and Lava right there.
Now we're going to get the weapon placement. For me, is a very crucial round here. Blackout win this round, they're right back in it. They give it to EUNITED at 6-3. It's not looking good for you. Again, it looks like they've chosen, I believe that was the long shot that they put down there. I think I missed it there.
It might have been an M-bar.
Oh, M-bar. But apart from that, sniper again. They opt for that sniper. They lost it last time. Going to go for it once again. They're going to stick to the game plan.
Yeah, exactly. It is going to be an M-bar. They want to get that in the hands of Firearm, their sniper and marksman on this team. Zerpting, of course, got a quick pick last time. Can he get it again? No, he's going to get stacked up at that smoke, but Zerpting doesn't matter. He has a shotgun in his hands. He takes out Clouts, pushes up here, lets his teammate Wildebeest shut down Fire, but here comes the flank. No, Tommy's going to shut that down, and just like that, EUNITED continues to roll.
Yeah, 3 members down just like that. Domes does answer back onto Soto, but it's not looking good here. We've got a 2-cap trying to go for the 3-cap. It looks like it will be broken just for now, but back off. Neglect. He's going to find himself in trouble here. Tommy and Zerpting going to double up on that one.
There it is.
And there, just like that, EUNITED, they just seem on a different level right now.
There it is. All smiles from Lava, and you're spot on. Different level indeed. I love this United roster. I love this composition. I love their brotherhood. I love the camaraderie. Everything about this team. They, of course, boot camp before this event. Soto and Lava flew out to St. Louis and stayed with Wildebeest, and you love to see the team come together like that.
Yeah, it really just shows kind of the in-game chemistry. And for me, EUNITED, obviously a team which you know, when I was first introduced to Gears of War, you know, that was kind of, you know, Demo's kind of team. You know, it was based around that. He was that very hype man kind of player. And now it just seems like a different mentality. It just seems so different in-game and out-of-game as well when you're watching them, you know, on these kind of replays. They seem really composed here.
Yep, yeah, well said. Well said. And key weapon placement right there, Momo. We had double snipers placed at each home hill, I believe. That's going to be crucial. Nope, sorry, cargo and pipes. So it will be firearm versus Tommy with the sniper. But of course, it's going to be firearm that gets lava with one. Tommy gets domed with another. Tit for tat right there as 2 headshots are picked up early on.
Yeah, traded early on. Not going to make too much difference. Just narrow down the numbers here. And on board with Tommy, still has the sniper in hand. Neglectably picking up another there. Wildebeest is going to fall and dropping in. Zerpting as well. Doesn't work out for him like the previous round. A must-win round reminder, of course. Blackout back against the wall here. They need 4 rounds back-to-back.
Yep, and it's going to be United now, just turtling up, trying to maintain their F-hill control. They're waiting for respawn timers. Keep in mind, this is round number 10, which means player respawn timers will be at 16 seconds. Pretty long right now. But of course, all members of United will spawn back up. And now, let's see how United plays this. We've seen them run some great break strategies so far. Looks like they're favoring the E-hill push yet again. And look at that, only one member of Blackout there to defend it. Finally, the rotation is going to come through, but it's not going to be enough, especially with Cloud's missing some of these M-bars.
Yeah, 2 players rolling in. You had the support, I believe, from Tommy looking over, who does pick up 1, traded alongside Wildebeest there. And we're going to see Neglect pick up the second. And Neglect, honestly, he's performed so well in this round and the last one as well. He's looking very comfortable. F is going to be recaptured by EUNITED. But look at the points, 60-0. Do they just play for the 2-cap right now?
No, in my opinion, go for the 3-cap in this scenario. It's almost like they're doing the opposite, in my opinion, based on what textbook would say. You have 3 members of United down. Of course, Zerpting did pick up a kill, so it's a 4-on-2. But take your numbers advantage. Tommy's by himself. Isolate him, at least put some pressure, and at least tease that 4-on-2 numbers advantage. Don't just completely give it up.
Yeah, and I just wonder, is that kind of the nerves of just thinking, you know, if it goes wrong, we've got 1 round to lose, and it could all go around, and they just stick into the 2-cap. It's working for them right now, but like you said, if you have that numerical advantage, you want to push and get that hill. Right now, though, we're seeing United try and get back into it. Wildebeest and Zerpting are pushing up top. Tommy goes down, and again, the dominance coming in from Blackout.
Yeah, and granted, it's not a bad decision. I mean, holding the 2-cap, you're up by 90 points. Not a bad decision by any means. I don't think it's a textbook decision, but of course, teams like Optic Gaming and Ghost Gaming prove all the time that the textbook decision isn't necessarily the best one, or the one that always works out. Of course, now, on board with the firearm. Ooh, he's going to get tagged up by Soto quick. Full red, somehow manages to stay alive.
Yeah, he's got the backup of Neglect. Neglect, a player for me, which has been a standout player these past couple of rounds here. 156-66. EUNITED, very difficult position. Tommy is down. Soto as well onto respawn. Tommy picked up for now.
Here we go.
But again, the back against the wall.
Here it is. This might be the snowball that turns into an avalanche. Zerpting takes out 1. Wildebeest gets another. 4-on-3 numbers advantage now for EUNITED. Wildebeest is going to break that E-hill. 180-80 is the score. So, of course, a 3-cap domination is going to be required here for EUNITED. I'm excited to see how this round breaks down.
Yeah, it's a must push right now, and they're going all at it. We can see Witchy backing off. We can see Tommy pushing in. Shotguns at the ready. Lava taking down 1. Are they going for the triple? We do see E being contested. However, they're going to keep control of D. We've got to see Blackout. They're looking to gain E, and if they do, they will take it, but they can't do it right now. 2 plays are going to go down.
It was Wildebeest that needed to go huge in that scenario. He gets shut down, and now it's all up to this man Zerpting. He gets taken out as well, and just like that, thanks to a standoff right there from Blackout, they hold on to the E-hill control, and they stay alive. So, Momo, we criticized their inability to push to the 3-cap right there, and it almost cost them, but of course Domes goes huge and manages to hold on.
It really did. Zerpting, if he was, say, performing like he was in round 4 and 5, maybe that shotgun battle goes the other way. That would have been a real turn of events there to not only lose that round, but lose the game on that round. That would have been punishing.
Agreed. Yeah, and that's why you need to secure your 3-cap dominations when you have your numbers advantage, because you never know when a team like that. I mean, if you put Optic Gaming in a United scenario right there, I think Optic clutches that one out, or even Echo Fox, of course, clutches that one out. I'm a firm believer you got to take your numbers advantages when you have them.
Okay, well, heading into round number 11, we currently sit at 6-4. Lava all focused right now. The shades are off.
Firearm picks off Tommy in the 1v. Of course, Firearm probably has a front spawn over Tommy, so that's what makes the difference there. This man has gone off. He has performed in every sense of the word here. He's going to connect for another body shot down Zerpting. Firearm making so many plays right now for Blackout.
See Firearm will be giving the call out. He's going to rotate back. He's seen 1 pushing through. That Soto does take damage. Will get the cover. However, it's a 1v1. Firearm with a sniper backing off. He's got the Lancer Fire cover of his teammate. Great teamwork there coming in.
I just got to say, 6-3 was the score, but never count Clouts out. He is someone that has been here before, of course, a champion in his own right back in Gears of War 3. See what he can do now. Willoughby, 17 kills, 13 downs himself.
Slowing down here, just taking their time. Wildebeest obviously trying to pick his shots where he can. Doesn't want to put too much pressure on. As for now, Wildebeest does find Clouts. Back on board with him.
Nice thing slow down here, Phil. Quick update from the side station. Ghost Gaming struggling a bit with a Red Reserve squad that got 7-0, 7-5, I believe, by Ronin. So 4-3 is the score. There, of course, is still leading, but a closer game than I think we would have expected.
Absolutely. And a closer game for me, what I expected in this one, absolutely. Blackout trying to get right back into this, and a crucial round to say the least. One round, one slip for Blackout, and EUNITED can take this by storm. Wildebeest denies Domes there. Wildebeest, he's just been sat here, roaming around, having fun. You know, he's not been able to go anywhere. He doesn't need to. Trying to pick up the 2, not going to happen as Firearm. He's going to go down, but being picked up straight away by Neglect.
That's a big 1v1 from Wildy over Domes there. Domes up 8 into death. Zerpting manages to win the 1v against Firearm, and just because of those 2 1vs from Wildy and Zerpting, I think it is going to be EUNITED that's going to stay alive here. Currently losing 2 health to 1, and there goes a quick shot from Zerpting. Pop shot for him. Making a montage here on main stage is this man Mike from North Dakota.
Wow, okay. You see things like that and you realize what level of play these guys are actually at. E is changing hands. That's going in the hands of EUNITED right now. Trying to get another connected there, but not taken down. Domes is going to fall to his feet, but Witchy picking him up.
Here comes the push. Needs to be careful. Firearm supporting from afar. Misses that key shot, but it's okay. Actually, no, not okay. So he's going to take out 1. Big fight goes down. Domes manages to clutch up, but he gets shut down immediately after. And EUNITED holds on.
Absolutely, EUNITED, though, they do have the hills. However, D is being dispossessed right now. They are down by roughly around 10 to 15 points right now. Lava, he's going to get shot in the back. Head taken off by Neglect. And again, the hill should go back in favor of Blackout. And if they can control the 2, they will be able to close this game out. But again, F has been dispossessed. It's almost just a game of who can get that 2-cap.
Oh, that's a huge M-bar miss right there from Tommy. Could have made a difference. Now the hill's going to be decapped. So just like that, EUNITED is able to step up and maybe clutch up this round here. Game point in this one, all up to Neglect. 1v1 against Soto. He gets shut down. F-Hill is captured, though, but it's not going to be enough. The 2-cap will prevail for EUNITED, and you see nothing but red at the bottom of your screen. It all comes down to Clouts and to Firearm. Clouts takes out 1. Can he get the double?
Does he even need to? The thing is, it's been dispossessed. The points are stopped, and EUNITED, they're not only going to win, but they're going to win with a triple. 7-4. Here's the result of map number 1. Close to New York, like you said. However, we've seen some pretty special moments from both teams.
Yeah, special moments indeed. I'm really impressed by this Blackout squad. I think they showed up in a big way. In my opinion, to be a little critical of this squad, what they need to do in map number 2 to step this up, I think, and Waldo, again, would love to get your perspective. I think they need to make the right decisions from a teamwork and rotation standpoint. I think a lot of missed opportunities there and missed shot calls.
I'm so frustrated watching that.
I love having him here. I do.
It's so hard to understand. Like, again, we understand Gears of War at a high level.
Right.
You're overextending into fights, even though you have backup, you have map control, you give it up, or you're losing the linchpin person in the middle of the map. As soon as that happens, you lose all control of the map, you lose the rounds that you should be winning, and then you're trying to figure out, oh, what are we going to do now? You're now stuck yourself on a back foot when you had an advantage. You cannot be doing this against top teams. And this is a team that has a lot of potential, mind you, but it just looks like they're not figuring out what they need to do.
Okay, Waldo, don't pop a vein.
I'm not. I'm trying not to.
That's why we're here today, because, you know, these teams are gaining experience. You know, they're going against high caliber, you know, teams. That's why, you know, they're learning day in and day out, you know, these rotations and whatnot. But these are the maps right now. EUNITED, they took Harbor 7-4. One thing I want to talk about, the Zerp slaying ability. He went huge on Harbor in that one round where he had, what, 3-4 kills?
Yep.
Fallout, I mean, this man is young. How important is he going to be for this EUNITED team moving forward?
I mean, 16 years old, has bursted onto this scene and continues to do so. Only a junior in high school, and he has just made such an impact, such a stamp in this scene. I think he's going to continue to develop himself as an individual, as a player, as a leader, as a shot caller as well. He's learning from some of the greatest. He's learning from Wildebeest. He's learning from Lava. He's learning from some champions. I think he's a future star.
I think that's the main thing. He's just surrounded by great players, and you know, you surround yourself with the right people. You're going to learn a lot from them. Yes, you might just have that natural raw talent, but you've got a lot to learn when you're so young as well. You know, whether it be just the analytical side, whether it's, you know, do you push, do you sit back? And I think that's what, you know, he may need to learn, but he's already got that natural gun skill. You know, what is going to happen to Zerting in a year or 2 years? Where's he going to be?
Yeah. You know what? He's going to be at the top still. He has affinity as a coach, a pro player. He's going to learn a lot. He's doing big things right now.
Yeah.
But I would like us to learn a little bit more about wildebeest with this video.
Every day I'm physically exhausted. The days that are actually like really hard are the days I'm mentally and physically exhausted. I wake up at 6 o'clock every day, just go to a 10-15 hour shift depending on the day, and then I come home and play till midnight and do it all over again. I'm a transportation manager. I do all of the routing and everything for a company called Use Again. We get donations like clothing, toys, and we just send it all over the world to people who need it. I drive the truck, so like I load it, unload it, ship it, and yeah, I'm just playing in the hotel and doing what I can. You have to work at Gears or any game actually, just like a real job. Like I have to put in just as many hours in this, sometimes more actually. Back in middle school, I had really bad depression, like almost suicidal thoughts. Like I was really bad in school. I even got kicked out of high school, went to juvenile hall. You know, I was a bad kid. I firmly believe in you have to fail or you have to fail to succeed. You have to fall to get back up again.
Playing Gears of War kind of helped him through those tough teen years. Bonding with guys that had similar interests and making friends and just feeling part of a team. So I think that was just a support system that he needed.
Gears kept me on the right path, you know, the right track. I ended up getting my high school diploma, which nobody in my family's ever done. Everybody says there's Gears 3 babies, there's Gear 4 babies and everything, but like, I'm a Gears 2 baby, so I'm an OG.
I got one up top. He's gonna try and take it.
I was like that dominant force on any team I was ever on. I used to be like that hothead, just like cuss at everybody. I was the best. Like I got voted the best player coming up in 09.
You're gonna play the super slow. Wildebeest is gonna get it down right now.
Ever since I got with the Insanes in 2010, that was when I started changing. The Insanes taught me a lot of life lessons. They just teach me that you need to be professional, you need to have discipline. I would say I've actually matured from Gears of War. We all know each other, like in and out of the game, like we're all family. The one person that I can call anytime and he'll answer is Prison, Coach Freckle Fox. Like, that is my best friend. Anytime I need anything or vice versa for him, like we call each other and we talk. We'll even talk for hours sometimes just to help each other through things. His biggest advice was just focus on everything positive in your life. You know, your daughter, she's beautiful, she's healthy, you know. He tells me just positive things. The moment I realized that I was going to be a father was unlike any other feeling in the world. The biggest thing it changed was my patience. As soon as I realized she was like coming, I'm like, okay, nothing's gonna upset me anymore. I have to just wipe everything under the table, just move on. Nothing pisses me off anymore. She has changed my life for the better. She's so innocent, like I feel like she can't do anything wrong, and which she can, but I just feel so relieved. Like just because I see her so happy all the time. She's been such a good child. I feel like I'm doing everything right.
Nellie was, you know, just the joy of everybody's life whenever she was born, and that just showed me how much he grew up and became a man, you know, how much responsibility, you know, he knew he had to take that responsibility and support her and still keep his gaming going, and you know, that just made everybody proud.
She'll sit on my lap and just watch me play, or like when I'm streaming, she's like, "Oh, Dad, that's you," and I'm like, "Yeah, that's me." And I'll show her like clips and stuff, and she's like, "Oh, that looks fun, Dad," and I'm like, "It's kind of fun, yeah. I miss you." The example I want to set for my daughter is just to be a good person. Be you, be happy, do what you love, and to always be honest. My opinion of the EUNITED roster before was very talented. That roster on paper is unbelievable. but like they didn't have a leader. The skill was there, but like they didn't have any teamwork. As soon as I joined the team, it was like building a pyramid. Like you had to take one block at a time and just mold this team into the team that they actually could be. It still is a building process to this day, but we've made a huge step in the right direction. I'm 100% a father figure or the captain, leader, whatever you want to call me on this team. Like, first off, I'm almost a decade older than Zerpting. I tell these guys how it was in the old days. I tell them, you know, what we should and shouldn't do, because I've been through pretty much everything you can in Gears of War. You have to have patience, discipline, anything I can, I teach these guys, and it's showing more and more every day. I did all the dramatic yelling at people and stuff back in 09 and 2010, and I want me and my team to represent our org properly. I want myself to look good, you know? I just believe that being professional is just the proper way to do things. Like, calm, cool, and collected, that's just how I roll. Whenever like somebody starts like complaining or whining about the lag or how the other team is playing or whatever, I immediately shut it down and tell them, you know, focus on you and focus on your communication. Stop whining. Like, that's what I bring to this team, and that's what they needed. And every day now we've gotten better and better. If we won an event, I feel like it would just be jaws dropped everywhere. Like, how did he do this? How did they do this together? Like, I couldn't imagine. Like, I hope it happens.
How can you not love Wildebeest? I want to go out there and give that man a hug. He's like a big teddy bear, right?
He's such a good player, and this is something that EUNITED, we said last season, had a lot of struggles with. They had a problem with an in-game leader or shot caller. Wildebeest brings that experience to the team and also is a decent shot caller inside of the game.
Yeah, and for me, kind of the point that I took from that, yeah, he's nearly a decade older than his teammate. He's been through absolutely everything. And a big point that he said was, you know, you have to fail to succeed. And I think just the way he's grown as a player and a person, for me, you know, I'm inspired after that video.
Yes, definitely. Now, as we head into Reclaim, you know, Wildy said he's a decade older than Lava. I mean, excuse me, Zerpting. What type of experience, like, does he bring to the team with that?
So much experience. He called himself a hothead in that video. As someone who competed against him back in the day, hothead is an understatement. I mean, he was the guy that bursted onto the scene in 09 on LTZ. No one expected him to do what he did. I think he played with Eternity back then. And oh man, he used to talk a lot of trash. It's night and day. He brings so much leadership, so much experience to this squad. And I gotta say, my hat goes off to Wildebeest. And if you're not, I talk highly of him all the time, and no one really understands maybe necessarily why. After watching that video, I think everyone knows why. The man works a full-time job, 10 to 12-hour shifts, in his hotel room, continues to practice, continues to grind, continues to lead his team to victory. There's no player in Gears that has as much, honestly, difficulty practicing scrimming and committing full-time to Gears than him.
There's one thing I would like to comment on. I thought it was pretty important. He said, you know, you want to keep things as professional as possible. When he was having a kid, he said, I have to push everything negative just under the rug. I had to be positive, and that type of energy, it does wonders for EUNITED. So, I mean, Waldo, with that team, you know, they used to have a lot of hotheads on that team. Now you have Dispenser, Lava. They're cool, calm, and collected. Is that good for Gears of War?
I think it's good to have a team that is very professional on that end. I think having that dynamic where you can be cool, calm, and collected. Now, there is a point where you have to let the momentum go with you. You have to, like, drive that forward, especially in key matchups. But I think it's a good impact and it's a good direction for EUNITED.
Yeah, I want to say, if you are new to Gears Esports, if you're tuning in for the first time and you're looking for a team to latch onto, I got to tell you, man, this EUNITED squad, so professional, such a great composition, a brotherhood, and of course the management of EUNITED, great as well, in my opinion. The best esports gaming Twitter of all time with Media Brute leading the way there. A big fan of EUNITED and everything they have going on.
Yes, but enough about EUNITED for a little bit. Let's talk about Blackout. There was a player on that team that grabbed my eye. He was amazing with the sniper. Firearm. Fallout is a new player entering the scene at such a high level. I mean, what type of like plays does that do for you in the future, setting you up as a successful pro?
Oh, it's huge. I mean, it's absolutely huge. While you want to always focus on your team and live in the moment, live in the present, you also have to kind of always put your best foot forward, because you never know what type of opportunities can come and how you can climb that ladder to make it to that next best team. So Firearm going off the way he has, I think sets a message to the rest of the community for sure. But of course, you see your keys to victory on your screen right there. Witchy, step it up. Firearm, great player, but Witchy is one of the youngest and just really up-and-coming slayers in this game. He bursted onto the scenes in this scene with Vex Gaming last season, and of course, he needs to be the one to step it up this match right here if they want to bring it back.
I'll be looking at Klaus as well. You know, when I saw him alongside, you know, some of the teammates last season alongside Echo Fox, he was kind of the guy on the end, just standing up, making a name for himself, but really just putting the other team down. And sometimes, you know, that can be a big impact against someone like EUNITED. Of course, these guys are in Pool D alongside Vanquish, who these guys still have to play. So first game, very, very important.
Yep, of course, EUNITED leads 1-0 in this map count. Of course, going to map number 2 here on Reclaim will be a big 1-versus-1. Wildebeest actually gets shut down there. Can Clouds get the double kill? No, he gets shut down by his former teammate in Lava. Lava now looking for a double. Soda that comes in hot on that flank gets shut down, and now Lava and his teammate stuck in the bull right here. And look how well BLACKOUT's playing this, playing wide, playing smart. Heads up plays right there from Witchy, the man we called out to step up in map number 2.
Absolutely, 3 players go down. We're going to get one right off respawn here, but a strong start from BLACKOUT. They're going to get full map control here, and they're pushing right through mid, right through top as well, and putting EUNITED on the back foot here.
And I disagree. Don't go for the 3 cap in the first round with 10-second respawn timers. Now Clouts and Firearm put themselves in a bad spot here, and EUNITED can capitalize. Clouts full red. He's going to get tagged up here, and that's going to put him in a horrible spot. And Soto's on the prowl. Can Clouts pull off some magic? Yes, he does. He finds a way. Can he get the double? Yes, he does. Clouts from New York City somehow manages to turn up here in map number 2.
And a much needed turn up. You said you disagree with the play. He manages to go pretty much full red. Nearly goes down, but he backs it up there with that shotgun. And now they're putting the pressure on. Dome's pushing forward. Is going to be picked up by Klaus here. Wildebeest denied there. The trade comes in, but this is looking very good for BLACKOUT here. They're 1-0 down in a series, but they're 1-0 up in the map. And that's a great, great start here. You can even see from Klaus' expression. I don't know if even he's shocked with what he just did.
I read his lips. He said, "Did you see what I just did?" And Clouts, full red. I was very critical in saying they put themselves in the bad spot, which they definitely did. But when you have Clouts able to pull things off like that the way he does, that's why you love Gears of War. That's why Gears of War stands out over any other esport. You can be full red, and you can make a huge play for your team that wins you the round.
But the one thing that Clouts can't do is that every single round. Yes, he put himself maybe in a bad position. Yes, he pulls it off this time. But like you said, he may need to learn from that and just kind of manage when he pushes. Smiles all around though right now. The shades are off. He means business. he's ready to come back.
Shades are off. Does that mean he doesn't mean business anymore? I don't know how that works.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
We'll have to ask him.
Ask him later. I'm sure he'll put him back on for any interviews that he does. However, jumping into round number 2 here, and once again, it's the Battle of B.
Look at that smoke grenade. Actually goes through the grate and stuns Tommy. That renders Tommy useless, and that allows Clouts to pick up a double kill. Beautiful smoke grenades right there. A perfect strategy from BLACKOUT, and it's going to matter as they're going to go out strong here in round number 2. BLACKOUT. I'm loving what I'm seeing so far. I'm seeing individual plays from Clouts. I'm seeing a great strat and smoke placement come in as well. And just like that, it might be a 3-cap domination that they secure themselves as a result.
And this is where we see, obviously, respawns are so low, and you don't usually expect the domination, but potential coming in here for BLACKOUT back to back here. And my goodness, Witchy showing us the talent that he brings to the team here. Wildebeest trying to push through here with Soda there. But of course, is this the point now where they back off, or do they still keep up that aggression?
Yeah, I mean, I think they have to keep the aggression up. You have a couple kills picked up, and that's exactly why. There comes the 3-cap domination. Perfect play right here from BLACKOUT. I am loving what I'm seeing in this scenario. You see Neglectant sitting in the middle right there. Of course, Firearm on the far left. Nothing but positivity, nothing but good vibes. Strive, the coach behind them, keeping them hyped up. This is what you like to see from BLACKOUT, starting off strong.
Absolutely. You got one player from EUNITED, not yet to pick up a kill. However, I think one of the points of the key points to winning the match, or whatever it went by, was start strong for BLACKOUT. They need to start strong, and that's exactly what they're doing here. They've obviously just lost out on a map straight away, but we do have the weapon placement. That's going to go down. I believe it was up the top. We've got frags and now pistols.
Yeah, nades placed up top. I'm interested to see why EUNITED did that, what type of strategy we're going to see here, because they've been losing that B-Hill fight. So if you're losing the fight, why give BLACKOUT some nades as a result of that? Of course, Wildebeest is confident in his ability to win that fight. Let's see what EUNITED does different here. Looks like more of the same. 4 people up top. Smoke grenades thrown. Looks like Wildebeest is going to land his smoke. Needs to get in there quickly. He does so without being stunned. He is going to be stunned up. And now Wildy needs to be careful. Here comes a big fight. Tommy grabs one. 3 members of EUNITED in the bowl, but they're going to grab nades, and Lava, one of the best explosive weapon players in Gears 4, going back to Gears 3, of course, with nades in his hands.
And I think, you know, just kind of the way they dealt with that, and a quick question for yourself, really. They lost the fight twice up top, yet they placed the frag up top, and now they win it. You know, they know the importance of it, and now not only have the power weapons, but they have the momentum here. They have that B control. This is just what a EUNITED need.
Agreed. And look at even after they win the initial, look at the rotation from EUNITED. Soto rotates low side. Zerping dies, but it's okay because Soto is there for the defense on the home hill, and they're actually going to continue to push towards apples and grapes. Smart decisions right here come in from EUNITED.
Okay.
Wow, this man continues to pop off, Momo.
Yep, continuing just to show us his raw talent within the team. And now pushing forward, does have his teammate pushing down low, I believe, and maybe going for that home hill.
And I think United actually, Soto rotated. I don't think anyone's at C hill right now for EU. For Zerpting just respawn, that's why they did that. They recognize, hey, Zerpting is up. Let's do a classic triangle rotation. Zerpting rotates high side. Soto rotates high side. Zerpting takes that home hill position.
Here we are, Lava with the frags. You said he's good with the explosive. Let's see what he can do. We see two players pushing forward. They're going to have to back down. He does put them on the back foot just for now, but Firearm and Witchy trying to get in control. Here we go, on board with Firearm. Zerpting just on that middle boulder there, just trying to get position. Soto taken down, Neglect with the headshot, and we're actually going to see Firearm here back off. He can't really do much. He goes one more. Clouts rolls into Wildebeest there. He's going to go down, but Firearm taking control. Two players down either side here. And again, it's Battle of B up top.
And I don't know why United made that decision right there to push that 2v3. Lava and Zerpting get taken out, and as a result, it will be temporarily at least Blackout that gains control of B hill. United bounces back with a good rotation up to B. Of course, they pull down to B and C hill. 35-point lead right now for United. They're playing a very good rotation-based round.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot more kind of strategy going into it. They're not kind of being pushed or put on the back foot here. Wildebeest in particular, obviously we've just seen a big piece on him and what he is all about, and right now he's trying to crawl away for his life. Not going to happen.
The strafe. I see Wildebeest with the down strafe. All right,
okay, it is going to happen.
Alive and manages to avoid the headshot. Of course, with the Boltok pistol, like the sniper, you can actually pick up a headshot across the map and get a kill without execution rules. So, or with execution rules, that is. Well played by Zer Wildebeest, dodging the pistol headshots right there, and they're going to secure this round up as well as a result. Good round from United to bounce back.
Strong round, and they play it through the time. They get 2-10, unlike the first two, obviously. Domination's coming in. Wildebeest there right in the middle. He's going to be that in-game leader, as we've talked about already. But, you know, as an in-game leader yourself, obviously Fallout, you know, you've been in the same position as him on that main stage. What are you saying to your team right now? Yes, you're a one map up, but, you know, you had a very, very poor 2 rounds. How do you change the mentality of your team?
Yeah, I love that question. Wildebeest, you heard him talk about in the pregame piece that we did on him. Nothing but positivity, nothing but leadership that he shows almost always. So if I'm Wildebeest, I'm staying positive. I'm saying, hey guys, laugh it off. We're up 1-0 in maps. We're in a good spot. We just banged them out in round number 3. More of the same here in this round. Let's stay calm. Let's stay collected. Let's not get panicked here just because we lost 2 rounds to Blackout.
Stay positive is the key here for United. Going into this series, they're definitely the favorite. They've got obviously the star-studded lineup, but you know, you can't kind of look at Blackout and you know, look at those names on the roster and just kind of push them aside. They're a force to be reckoned with, and definitely showing how good they are here on Reclaim, taking the first 2 rounds. Again, Battle of B, we're going to see the home hills go either side. And Wildebeest, again, first to enter, but Clouts, will he get the better of him this time? Tommy's going to shut down Witchy, and you can see the frags once again go in favor of United.
Yep, and look at all 4 members of United kind of trapped in that bowl, but they do have frags out. Need to be careful from the crosses they're going to come in. And Wildebeest full red here, going to get tagged up and down. Not going to matter, though. No one's in the area to pick up that kill. Execution-style rules mean you have to be 3 feet away from the member to kill them. Of course, Clouts, though, bounces back with a double kill. Neglect gets taken out by Soto. Here comes the push towards B.
Yep, 3 players do go down here, and Wildebeest will be coming off respawn alongside Lava and Tommy, but Soto put on the timer as well. This is very, very strong here for Blackout, and you can see Zerpting backing off, does have the Boltok in hand and trying to do damage to Domes, but he's just being pushed back and further back here. The domination potentially coming in here. Wildebeest trying to break that and will break that, but the points heavily favoring Blackout there in the last couple of moments.
And look at the team fire right there. Wildebeest put all he needed to do was put 1 shotgun shot to let Lava finish that kill. Great team fire from United. They're shooting for each other. They're rotating well. And a good job by them to stay alive here, as they really could have gotten 3 capped easily in that scenario. Good job by Zerpting, just being a nuisance over that towards that B hill.
Pushing forward now through the smoke here. Very, very tough to see your opposition. Of course, we have the benefit of seeing this overhead view. We see Domes just inside there trying to find one, but Zerpting is going to shut down Clouts, and now we're going to see Domes put on the back foot. 2v1. Who will come off better? Zerpting puts him to bed, picks up the teammate, and again, 2 players on timer. United now will take control of B. They are around 30 points down here. They do have control.
A little over-aggressive from Wildy here. He knows he has the team firing coming from his teammates. Not able to down Witchy, so missed opportunity for United. But Wildy going to continue to put his foot on the pedal. Here comes the push. Lava takes out 1. Soto grabs another, and Lava grabs the 3rd. And just like that, United, despite losing B Hill control, are going to secure a 3 cap. and tie this up 2-2. I love the plays from Zerpting right there with the bull talk, and then of course the rotation, the shot calling from Wildebeest to secure the round.
And for me, I look at that round and I think, what was the crucial moment? And it was at the point where BLACKOUT was potentially going for that triple cap, and we saw, I think it was Wildebeest just kind of break that. Yes, they're on the back foot, they don't have control, and just like that, they take control of B, they get another wave of kills, they push that home hill, and they take the round. They flip it on its head, and they tie things up here, 2-2.
Yeah, well said, Momo. Now, decision to make for BLACKOUT. Of course, they're looking at that sniper. They're going to change their mind here and look to BLACKOUT, pun intended. No, wait, change in decision. Looks like they're hovering over. Ensign's down low, so Momo. Ensign's place low side just completely changes the tide of the map. Expect the fight to rotate down to that low side, at least somewhat. I don't think it's just going to be an extra tool for the 1v1 players. I think we're going to see at least 2 players from each team play for Ensigns here. Interested to see what strategies we see from both teams.
That's the one thing I love about Gears of War as well in general. You know, you put a weapon just in a particular play, the whole game changes. You know, whether you're sending 2 this way, 3 that way, 4 down low, 1 up top, whatever it may be, you have to adapt, you have to be ready, and you have to be so kind of mindful of what is going on around the map. That's why communication is so important. That's why I like this new EUNITED roster. They seem a lot calmer, and we're going to see Zerpting, Lava pick up those incense and the frags here, having full control. Clout's just runs straight into trouble there. Lava and Wildebeest making light work of that, and a strong start for EUNITED.
And one thing you might have missed in the stream, the change in strategy for EUNITED works out so well for them. They don't cap their home hill. Instead, Zerpting goes straight to Ensigns, grabs a free Ensign. They only send 3 high side. Soto goes middle to secure the kill for Zerpting, actually stays back towards Apples. Brilliant strat call right there from EUNITED. I'm not sure who that was, either, of course, Affinity or Wildebeest.
Well, trying to get the domination, and that will come in. We're going to see 3 rounds back-to-back now for that COG squad. EUNITED, like you said, and I'm not sure if it was implemented, but you said, you know, at these points you've got to stay positive. Yeah, you're 2-0 down, but keep that positivity going, and they'll be sure to bounce back. And this is where you maybe look at BLACKOUT and you say, they've not got that veterancy of, you know, the likes of EUNITED. Who do you look at to BLACKOUT to kind of keep this game under control?
Yeah, it's a tough, honestly, I think that...
I don't know where to look.
That's a key storyline. I mean, in map number 1, we talked about a lot of the missed opportunities and missed shot calls from BLACKOUT, and I think it's because they don't have that clear leader, that clear shot caller. I look at this team, I know all 5 members of this team pretty well. I don't know who that clear leader is. I know Neglectin's very vocal, but you need someone who's just purely positive, purely a leader in every sense of the word, and I look at this BLACKOUT squad that certainly is a whole, in my opinion.
Okay, well, a key to victory as well was Clout's passion, and sometimes I think, you know, a passionate player can go one of 2 ways. You know, get a few rounds back-to-back and you start absolutely streaming and destroying the opponent, but you lose 3 rounds. You know, where does that passion kind of lead? Is it towards negativity, or is it just back into the fire of the belly? We'll have to see. Going into round number 6, and Witchy, he takes down Clouts and Lava as well. Rolls straight into Tommy, and we're going to see Tommy and co control B. 2 players trying to pinch on them. He's going to go down as well. So many players back and forth here, but we are going to see the frags.
He does have nades out. They have no idea. And he's going to take one with him. I think he could have stayed a little patient. Maybe got a double kill there instead. He leaves his teammate in a 1v. It's Domes against Zerpting. Zerpting doesn't realize that Domes is right there. He's going to get tagged up now in a pretty bad spot. Look at the reaction shot nade right there from Zerp. Trying to get a little crazy.
Yeah, Zerpting just backing off, and now he's going to reload the Boltok, and he knows he can't just push in alone here. Would be insanity, so he's going to give the top control here towards BLACKOUT.
Keep in mind, look at the score, 3-2, so this is round number 6, aka 20-second respawn timer. So even though it is currently EUNITED that is losing 2 hills to 1, all it takes is a couple kills, and this should be a 3-cap domination ending to this round if played right. Let's see what EUNITED does in this one. So he's Zerpting on screen right now. Looks like EUNITED's leaning towards a home away hill push. See if they change their mind and start going towards B hill instead. Interested to see what strat call we get here from EUNITED. Here comes the smoke starting to fly. Zerpting leading the way with that Boltok, trying to get people with the high DPS of that Boltok to full red. Nades start to fly, doesn't matter. Here comes the push from Tommy. It's going to be Zerpting, though, that breaks ice. He gets 1. Can Lava get the 2nd? No, Witchy! Sorry, Neglect goes huge with the double kill. Can Neglect get the triple? No. Tommy's going to have to back out and reset. A heads-up play from Neglect right there, but Wildebeest on the flank takes out Witchy, takes out another. Can Wildebeest get the 3rd kill? A huge 1v1 against Klaus, but he gets shut down.
Could have been the difference maker there, but you see across the board here, 5 players right now down for EUNITED. Lava and Zerpting straight off spawn. They're going to try and get back in the action, but the pressure will be coming here from BLACKOUT, and you can see there with the overhead. Oh, where is the pressure? I thought the pressure would have been coming, but absolutely not. I was wrong on that one.
Yeah, I mean, when the dust is kind of up in the air right there, I think you need to use that as an opportunity to try and get 2-hill control, but just too many casualties for EUNITED. They had 4 dead, I believe, especially with Wildebeest losing that 1v to Clouts. And just because of that, there's going to be Blackout that holds on to the 2 cap. But again, EUNITED, 40 seconds left here. They have a perfect opportunity to secure a 3 cap if they pick up some kills.
Well, EUNITED definitely on the back foot here. 180 mark is crossed. That's what you're going to start to see coming in. But the incens are going to come through. Firearm exposes Zerpting right now. He's going to roll in, take down Tommy as well. And that's a really, really strong play here from Blackout. The pistol coming in. Neglects Clouts, Domes. You can name them all. A strong, strong finish there for Blackout. And they're looking to end this. It will be on time. They don't need to push anything right now. But 5 players put to bed. Blackout tie things up.
I stand corrected. I said this round is going to end in a 3-cap domination, but instead it was Blackout showing that they can set up well, and I mean super well. They I think, diverted 3 pushes from EUNITED to hold on to that round. We are tied at 3 apiece. Keep in mind, same scoreline as last map, and of course EUNITED ran away with the second half. Blackout, of course, hoping for a different story here in map number 2.
Just looking at a Blackout as well, just then kind of the intermission between these rounds is you kind of look at who's kind of directing the play. And you can see Clouts almost talking to his teammates, and I'm not sure if he's kind of the one commanding, but again, along with the coach, it is a team game. You've all got to be on the same page. And right now, Blackout are.
Yep, agreed. This is what Blackout can do here in the second half. Keep in mind, second half, hills are going to be flipped. All weapons reset. No more instants, no more frags. Back to stock weapons. Lancer, pistol, Nasher, and smoke. And it looks like it's going to be Witch that comes out strong with a double kill.
Witchy very, very strong with that Nasher in hand. Firearm on your screen, pushing, putting the pressure onto F. And again, with these lower respawns, sometimes questionable to push here, but there's 2 players, Neglect and Domes on timers. EUNITED all up, however, D yet to be in control of anyone. The point's slightly edging towards Blackout, but definitely not over here. Very early in the round still.
Yeah, I wonder if EUNITED decided to go for a no home hill strat right there. Interesting call. I missed that at the beginning there. And instead, even though they might have sent 5 to the E-hill, or sorry, yeah, 5 to the E-hill, they lost the initial. Not sure what exactly what the strat was. I missed that. But Soto, though, picking things up in that E-hill. Wildebeest comes in, takes out Domes as well, all up to Clouts. Clouts always seems to be the last person alive in these scenarios.
Yeah, and somehow manages to get something of it. He's going to take down Zerpting, but Wildebeest denies him if anything more. The Lancefire coming in there, as we are going to see Clouts off respawn very, very shortly. But Neglect rolling back into trouble here. Does have the back of a Firearm. Will he be able to pick it up? We'll have to wait and see for that one, but no, denied here. Firearm and Wildebeest picking.
There it is.
Up there.
2 down right now, so that's going to be a 4 on 2 for the next 8 seconds or so. Zerpting staying sneaky, though, in the middle of the map. Zerpting takes out Firearm. Lava, though, on the other side of the map here on that E-hill. In the 1 versus 2, trying to do everything he can to wait for his teammates to respawn.
Still so close on the point side. 10 points separate them, and we're seeing hills going back and forth here. The Nasher and Zerpting in particular making light work here, but he does need the backup of his teammate. We're going to see all 10 players for a second there back up, but Clouts denied on that timer once again. Soto picking up a big shotgun kill there. We're seeing Zerpting taking one down. It's just Neglect who is going to back off.
Huge plays from Zerpting. I mean, huge plays. He picks up 2 kills, 1 down, and keeps EUNITED in the lead here by being sneaky over towards Apple's side. I like that decision from Zerpting.
Yeah, Zerpting showing his raw talent there, coming through as well. Firearm on your screen. He's going to try and pick his teammate up. He's going to be Witchy. No, denied. Tommy and Zerpting takes both down in a very, very strong position here for EUNITED. They lead in hills, they lead in points, and they're looking to close this one out. However, losing E down at the barn. Domes denied. Zerpting again, just showing us how quick he is there, switching to the pistol. Putting the pressure on once again. He's absolutely he fancies himself right now. He's having a good time up there on the main stage.
100%. Zerpting, we kind of were a little critical that he didn't turn up the way we're used to seeing him turn up map number 1. He is feeling himself now, not missing anything except, even that one technically didn't miss, but he got taken out as well from Firearm.
Maybe a split second too slow, but he still gets the kill here, and we are going to see EUNITED still control of the construction and workshop. E and F, timer ticking down here. They only need to hold 2. The pressure is all on Blackout.
Tommy. Back out and reset here. Looks like EUNITED is content with this 2 cap. Even a 1 cap will do. So turtle up at this F hill. Wildebeest and Soto pick up 2 kills. Make that 3 kills. That's going to be all she wrote. EUNITED clutches up and turtles up. And look at Zerpting trying to get in the heads of Neglect and Co. And I think they know this Blackout team wears their heart in their sleeves, undoubtedly. Look at him smiling. He's feeling good.
Smiles all around for EUNITED. Again, we saw 3-3 in the first map. You said it yourself. EUNITED, they ran away in the second half. Will it be the same here? We'll have to wait and see. But Zerpting definitely showing up here.
Yeah, you just saw on your screen Zerpting and Wildebeest right next to each other. You heard Wildy say it in the segment. A decade older than Zerpting. 26 years old is Wildebeest, 16 years old Zerpting, but still they're coming together so well. And I'm sure Zerpting has learned just tremendously since Wildebeest has joined this team.
Yeah, and I think they bring so much difference to kind of one team, but it kind of just complements each other so well, and you can see it working. The question is for me, and I'm in this intermission as they're putting the weapons down, how far can EUNITED go in this tournament? Where do you expect them? Can they really kind of take on the top teams of the likes of Optic, Ghost, Echo Fox? Are they going to push those teams?
Yeah, I think it's a great talking point. The way I look at it, EUNITED is a mini Echo Fox, a lesser Echo Fox. I think that's unarguable. And Ghost is a mini Optic Gaming, a lesser Optic Gaming. In terms of play styles, in terms of team composition, EUNITED needs that extra slaying power in the same way that we kind of criticize Echo Fox for not having enough slaying power to compare with Optic. Of course, Optic lost to Allegiance already. I'm not sure if EUNITED has it. They're currently struggling a bit with Blackout. And they're really going to have to turn up in the slaying category if they want to compete with Optic and Echo Fox, even Allegiance.
Yeah, still very, very early on in the tournament. Where we've seen on Saturdays teams turn up, and that Championship Sunday make it and turn up on the one day, and you can really change your tournament. As you say, Optic Gaming, they lost their first series in the pool play. Very, very shocked to see that, but less of that and more of this. Wildebeest taking down Neglect. Can he find the second? He has the teammates to back him up. Clouts finds one. He's going to trade things out. I believe it's 3v3 down here in the barn, and Clouts shutting one down, and Firearm and Witchy finishing them off. But Tommy not done just yet. We are going to see Blackout take full control there and win the battle in the barn.
A beautiful switch over to Tommy from my man Waldo here as he pops off with one kill. Now left in a 1 versus 1 from that 2v1. Tommy, beautiful smoke grenade is going to give an easy 1v1 against Witchy. So well played, and that is the Tommy of the old that we are used to seeing so dominant back in Gears of War 3. He's returning to his throne here in this match.
Yeah, and Tommy, for me, a player which has never been the one to kind of stand out on the leaderboards or do anything flashy. He's just been that consistent player, and sometimes in the older United, the one to kind of slack off a little bit. But today, he's a different beast right now. He's a new team, and he's playing to his potential. Wildebeest finding two and pushing forward, makes it a triple, and he is just doing he's just doing work right now. They're putting the pressure on, and rightly so here. They're trying to end this with a triple.
And that's what I love to see from Wildebeest. As much as we all love Wildy for his leadership, his shot calling, his veteran background and history, I'm looking for him to do exactly what he's doing right now. Slay up when it matters the most. 22 kills for Wildebeest, and we are only 2 rounds in. Sorry, yeah, 2 rounds into the second half.
Strong plays from Wildebeest, and we're seeing Tommy Zerpting there on timer, so maybe the triple cap not coming in, but the dominance definitely being shown here.
I think Wildy's staying aggressive. Yes, he is.
He's still alive. That's the best thing about it.
I absolutely love seeing this from Wildy, but he's going to get taken out in the 1v. Aggressive play from Wildebeest right there. You wonder if he should have maybe just backed out and reset. Instead, he leaves his team in a 4 versus 3 scenario. If I'm Blackout, I'm calling, hey, numbers. Our 4v3 can be a 3v2, our 3v2 can be a 2v1. Let's take those numbers right now, and let's win this round.
Interesting to see all 5 players from Blackout head into the barn. It looks like they know a United strat here. They're not defending that home. I think there's one player, it might be Firearm, just staying a little bit further back. But Lava, he takes down Domes.
Yeah, and Lava now, actually Shot Grenade's going to help him here. No one can push him down or kill him because the Shot Grenade's going to protect him in this scenario. Of course, Shot Grenades, those that don't know, will down you but cannot kill you. So they do a lot of damage. It's going to be Zerpting, though, that gets taken out by Neglect. Tommy continues to pop off here. Huge 1v. He gets shut down by Clouts, but it's going to be Soda that picks up the kill. And now what has been an intense round should be going in favor of EUNITED. Wildebeest, of course, playing the home hill right now, just really trying to keep his team in control.
And again, this is where the communication is so important. Of course, we're not on board with that communication, but this is what will change the game here for Blackout if they can get back into it. They've got a 2-cap right now. However, they need to push. They need to put the pressure on. 188 and counting. EUNITED looking to end this right now. However, Witchy having a battle with his shotguns. The smokes are in abundance, and Lava is going to find himself a wild Witchy as the headshot comes in, and we're going to see 200 mark broke. EUNITED looking strong to take this.
And here comes the E-Hill. Witchy knew there was one more person there. It's all going to come down to this 1v1. If Soto gets the cap, that's over. Huge 1v. Soto versus Witchy. Witchy gets the hill. If I'm Witchy, I'm not playing for the hill. I'm playing for the kill. Instead, Soto all he needs is a cap. Witchy realizes that Soto takes out Witchy, and just like that, EUNITED is going to clutch up there and secure themselves around. Firearm picks off a kill, but it's not going to matter. Huge play from Soto, and look at them paying some homage right there. In my opinion, Witchy, who is such a strong player, played that 1v1 incorrectly. He had Soto tagged up with the Lancer. Instead of fighting the 1v1, he almost retreated and ran away and let Soto get his health back.
And Soto he went on the aggressive. You know, he got to sit in that hill and just tried to cap it and win the game. He made sure he got that kill. He rolled back in, secured it for his team. And this, for me, I'm getting flashbacks of already map number 1.
Yep. 100%. Same exact story. Nostalgia, deja vu, whatever word you want to use here at EUNITED is completely telling the same story that was told in map number 1. Tied 3-3 at the half, EUNITED running away in the second half. Of course, EUNITED won the first map 7-4. 7-3 on the rising here. We'll see what can happen. Look at that beautiful trophy here in Dallas.
Who is going to be lifting that at the end of Sunday? A long way to go here. Still first games for a couple of these teams here. EUNITED, though, very, very close to securing themselves a nice victory to start things off. Blackout, they're on the back foot here. We are going to see the sniper straight in the hands of Firearm, trying to get that headshot. Not going to happen, though. Having to roll back, should I say. But again, the E-Hill going in favor of EUNITED for now.
Over to Tommy. Tommy 12 kills, 7 downs for him. Witchy and Soto are going to trade kills there, so Soto still manages to get the better of Witchy. 2 kills to 1 in the last three battles.
Ooh. In the hands of Firearm, yet to take the shot, tries to get the drag scope there onto 1, having to roll a little bit closer. He's going to see everything going down now. Lava picking up a nice 2-piece here, and Domes and Neglect put on those timers. EUNITED, a strong position. They're going to reclaim that F-Hill. They are going to assert the dominance for now, but Blackout, they'll be coming through thick and fast here down at E.
Over to Tommy now. Sniper out, Cloud takes out 1, and nice tag right there, recognizing, hey, I have a teammate to finish this down. Can they get the kill, though? Tommy takes out 1, gets a second. 1v1 against Firearm. Sniper versus Sniper. And Firearm's just going to run through Zerpting. Heads-up play from Firearm. A little bit of a peekaboo right there. Left in a 1v1 against Tommy. And Tommy with active reload is going to come out on top.
Yep, strong play. Tommy staying alive. We do see Firearm just dispense of 1 player, but it's not going to be enough. And we are going to see those points starting to rack up. You've got to think all this time here. EUNITED is getting more points time and time again here. But again, strong team play coming in. Soto and Neglect. Oh, my goodness. We're going to see another player go down. And Soto survives.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you saw that, Mo. He just literally curb stomped in the middle of that fight. I think that was a complete and utter accident. Meant to hit that meat shield. Instead, he holds down X a little bit too long and gets the curb stomp instead.
Not a strong play, but maybe a mistake. Maybe a mistake that will cost him. That's the question. And how much will it cost him right now? 35 points and leading for EUNITED. E has been dispossessed, and no one in control of that right now, but the pressure still on. Zerpting still just dancing around here. He makes it look so fluid.
Yep. Neglect takes out Tommy. 5-on-4 advantage right now, but Zerpting is basically 2 people himself. He takes out 2, runs through the shock grenade, and somehow manages to stay alive as the revive's going to come in. That was actually Lava. Wow.
Zerpting still doing the business, absolutely picking up 2, though. We're going to see Lava and Soto down at the bottom here. Lava trying to get in the action as well. Ball bouncing back and forth is going to fall down, and this time we're going to see Blackout take control. Again, you've got to cast your eyes. 170 to 137. EUNITED, they gain this lead, and it's very hard. Blackout now just under so much pressure.
Yep, and Wildebeest gets taken out there, and that gives Blackout a 5-on-4 numbers advantage here for at least another 10 seconds. So if I am Blackout, I'm taking my numbers, I'm breaking that FL, and I'm letting Firearm do exactly what he does best with that sniper. Takes out Zerpting, and now this round has Blackout written all over it. Just need to close.
Yep, these next couple of kills could be so crucial. You can see Tommy just trying to contest here. The smoke's coming down, and you can see all players here for Blackout pushing forward. It should be a Blackout round. They're going to tie the game at 182, but I think this is ending in a domination unless something crazy happens. Tommy still alive. For now, that is Firearm is going to be denying Zerpting once again. But again, the time's ticking away. We're seeing Blackout run away with this, and 210 won't come in, but the domination will.
Yeah, great round right there. And I love to see what I'm seeing on the screen right now. Getting hyped, trying to get some momentum back in your favor. Of course, Firearm at the far left of your screen right there went huge with the sniper to take out Zerpting, which really secured them at 5-on-3, which really secured them that home hill. Of course, all of that made the difference. Good rotations from Blackout right there, and good way to finish.
Weapon drop coming in very shortly. How do they change the game? Do they go big here? Hovering over that?
In my opinion, no. In my opinion, don't do anything massive. There's no reason to.
I don't think they need to.
Yeah, you're winning almost every single round. You're up 2-1 in this half. And that exactly. They're going to block out the center of the map right there. EUNITED content with where they're currently sitting at. Wildebeest leading the way with 24 kills on EU.
Really showing the impact on this EUNITED roster already here on the main stage.
Firearm and Clouts also with 24 kills on their end. Here comes the initial strategy. More of the same, 1 to cap the home hill. And you wonder when it's going to flip, when teams will stop sending someone to that home hill. On this map, usually you don't see it happen too often until the very, very later rounds. Or a big weapon.
Yeah, absolutely. Full force maybe. Push down towards the E-Hill. We're going to see the shot grenades go either side. Zerpting and Dome grabbing those as they can. Firearm already finding 1.
What a difference maker with that sniper. This man has been, he's going to kick for a body shot on Lava. I got excited right there. as he continues to make plays with the sniper in his hands. 5-on-4 advantage, though, and I haven't really seen Blackout take their numbers advantage. Instead, they let Wildebeest and team just completely run train in the away hill. Firearm's going to get downed in this scenario. Yeah, that is Firearm, and now United, with Zerpting taking out Domes, does have the advantage.
Absolutely. Numbers are in their favor right now, and they're looking to try and close this out. Of course, respawn increasing every single time, 2 seconds per round. Seeing Soto roll around back and forth, full red here. Is he going to survive? Which he is, that's for sure. Soto going down. I'm not sure if he's got any teammates around him, but Wildebeest closing in here.
And no one's there to pick up the kill. Witchy had an easy 1v1 with his teammate's support. I know he had a pistol out, but decided to back out and reset. Just go wide with the pistol, hit that one last shot, and get that kill. Instead, Soto lives on. Let's see what Soto can do here, as he's going to become right back in the action and taking over the E-Hill now is United. Soto takes out one. He should be dead on respawn timer. Instead, United bounces back here and holds on to the 2 count.
Yeah, maybe a mistake there. The one thing that I've got to say, a big fan of watching Wildebeest, the way that he just pulls his pistol out, puts a lot of fire into one player, makes them weak, and then pushes forward, helping not only himself, but his teammates out as well. Really, really strong play there. We're going to see United hit that triple-digit mark first. However, E is being contested. We're going to see Blackout try and fight for this. Klaus on your screen does go down. Wildebeest finding one, finding the second as well. For me, such an impactful player.
Wildebeest ate a little bit there. He got away with something great. Now Witchy left in a bad situation. Wildebeest full reds. Look at the movement from Wildy. And it's going to be Zerpting that finishes the kill. And United out for blood now. 2 hills to 1. They recognize, hey, we have a numbers advantage. Let's take this 5-on-4. And look at United just springing into life here. Oh, Zerpting. He's going to want that one back.
Smoke currently just blocking a bit of vision right there, but the pressure is on. This next wave of kills crucial. United make it, they push F, they gain control, they take the round. You Blackout bite back though. Firearm, he has that sniper. We've seen what he can do with it, Fallout.
Exactly, and if it's going to be him, I think if anyone's going to break ice right now for Blackout, of course, time matters. 170 points already. There it is. Firearm connects for the body shot down Soto, who's stuck at no man's land. And he's going to miss the quick top shot. Actually might cost him. Neglecting is down. Soto standing still for some reason, gets easily headshotted. And now Zerpting, sniper out, 4-on-4 situation as Domes is down as well. It all comes down to this last push for Blackout. They're going to need some kills here. Zerpting back against the wall here on this E-Hill. He gets a good first shot in, but he's going to get taken out as well. That's one. Blackout continuing to push here.
Yep, and over at the F-Hill, United have rotated, they've picked up the hill, and that should be it. They are going to take down Firearm. Lava going big. Wildebeest and Tommy getting in the action as well. Lava says hello to a second, and that's going to be round number 6. 1 round away from not only winning the map, but winning the series in a 2-0 fashion here.
Yep, and of course, I'm going to say history repeats itself, Momo. I'm going to say United wins this round and wins a second map, 7-4 in this one. But a better performance from Blackout in this event than in the NYC Regionals, where they lost 7-2, 7-2. Certainly not enough, but you got to wonder, for United, is this something you should be worried about, losing this many rounds to Blackout?
I mean, that's a really good question, you know. People, like I said, will be asking the same questions as me. Do United have what it takes to go, you know, toe-to-toe with the top teams, your Optic, your Echo Fox, your Goes, and they'll judge it by this game. Yep. They'll judge it by, you know, how did they perform against Blackout. However, you look at Optic Gaming right now, and you know they lose to Allegiance, I believe. So you will get those games on Fridays, and it's notorious, which some teams will start slow. It's very unlike Optic, if you like, to lose a pool play game. I think you were saying it's the first or second time in history for them to do it, but.
Yep.
United, I think they close it out here, and we really show how good they are, maybe coming into Saturday.
Agreed. Jumping into what could... Oh my gosh, Firearm again with the quick scope headshot right there. Beautiful plays from Firearm. And he's going to get it down on Wildebeest as well. This man is just going off with the sniper, but it's not enough. You needed some better teamwork for the Blackout squad.
Well, Firearm may have heard you there and wanting to absolutely put your theory to bed. He doesn't think United are taking this one. Pistol fire coming in. We are going to see Firearm take down Wildebeest, and now there's 2 kills for him just alone in this round. He's pushing up time after time. We've got Lava sitting back weak. We're looking at the overhead there. We're going to see full control in favor of Blackout.
Keep in mind, we've had a Shark Tank in the open bracket as well, so make sure to keep up with the action of the open bracket on MLG's website, as there are so many great teams in that open bracket as well. You have 2 teams coming over from the UK. We have X-Height, we have Gosu Crew, we have Mindfreak coming from Australia, we have Fire and Ice Ladies, our all-female team, best female team in Gears of War, making some noise as well. That open bracket is an absolute Shark Tank.
Yeah, and I tell you what, walking over there, you feel how hyped those players get. They're a lot closer than the guys on main stage. They're face to face with them. They can get up in your grill. However, 84-63 right now in favor of Blackout. They're not wanting to go out like they did in map number 1. Zerpting though putting the pressure on. Shot grenades coming through.
Yeah, interesting call here from Blackout, they're just going to throw a shock, which only gives you really 6 seconds of points. Not sure if you want to throw that shock grenade or actually fight for that home hill instead. United's going to break it with ease, and really, Blackout's just letting United have their way right now. They take the away hill without even being contested, and it's a 5-on-5. It's not like they have a numbers disadvantage. Instead, Blackout's just content with losing their way hill. But there goes the headshot from Firearm. Maybe that's why.
I was going to say Zerting still has those shot grenades in his back pocket, but not now as the headshot coming in. We're going to see Soto and Klaus pick up that sniper. Tommy, though, a nice neglect. And we're going to see Wildebeest having to back down, but caught there just behind the box. Frag to finish him off. Wildebeest can try crawl away, but no luck. Soto is left alone here.
But I mean, all this is happening. Congrats, Firearms getting some kills, but you're down 2 hills to 1. Where's the objective play here? Instead, you let Soto do that, and you're down 2 hills to none, and Soto picks up a huge double kill, grabs the E hill as well, and EUNITED just does a simple rotation. Hey, have your D hill back. Congratulations, we're going to take your E hill.
So the amount of slaying that went down there, they don't play that objective. What were they doing wrong? Is that just simply kind of just playing for the kills too much? No kind of in-game leader to kind of say, look, we need this hill, we need this objective?
Yeah, 100%. The same issue we talked about is the issue in map number 1. Where's your in-game leader? Where's your shot caller? It's going to make the right decisions in that scenario. And don't give the D-hill up so easily. Fight for that D-hill. Don't be content with just 1 E-hill. Instead, United is going to walk away with this round and the match. A huge misplay from Blackout. And, of course, a strong play from United to capitalize.
Yeah, and I go back to the question that we've raised 2 or 3 times. You know, how will United do in this whole tournament? They make, you know, a team like Blackout outslay them, but yes, they may miss the objective. Other teams aren't going to make the same mistake that Blackout did.
100%.
They're going to they're going to capitalize on all the weaknesses of EUNITED. They do win it. They take it out 2-0 here. Congratulations.
And in my opinion, the man on your screen right now, Wildebeest, is the X factor. He plays great against these mid-tier teams like Blackout, but when he goes up against the Ghost Gaming, the Optic Gamings, I'm looking at Wildebeest to play just as aggressive and to be just as an impact player and Slayer. And I think he can do it. He's played against the greatest, Infinity, MBN, back in his day. I think he can do it against the current greats. It's just a matter of if he will do it.
It comes down to the point, if we show a documentary about your life, you're going to have to win. Yeah. I mean, we're talking about you this whole time in between games, like you have to show out, and that's exactly what he did. One thing I really want to point out, Soto, how important is he to this team? So Soto, he was on Envious, he was replaced, but the dynamic that he brings to this team, Waldo, would you say he does the dirty work for his squad?
He's kind of there to clean up the kills. I thought when Soto was on this team, him and Dispenza actually fill the gaps as those support players. They're really good when you need them to. They can flex around the map. They can actually come in, and they understand, okay, we need to fight here. We need to back off. And I think that's one of the problems I saw with Blackout the entire time. Escalation is a game mode. It's a fulcrum. You have to understand. You have to be playing map control and pressure, and sometimes they were going in the opposite directions. Oh, we've got full map control. We're just going to push. And then they lose all the pressure by overstacking on the hill. And you're just like, can you just play smart and you guys can actually start taking these rounds? And John pointed out during the cast, they're getting kills, but they don't matter to the scheme of the game. They're not leading to objective captures. They're just killing out and slaying out. Sure, your stats look great, but you're not winning games.
Yes, no, Firearm, he was beautiful with the sniper. He was making beautiful plays left and right. He took over with the sniper, but he didn't take over where it actually mattered. As you were pointing out, he was getting headshots, but he allowed Soto and crew to just barge on in.
Kills can be kills, but if you don't actually capitalize on the objective as a result, nothing's going to happen. And simply, you're not going to win the game, right? 2 hills to 1 is the objective, is the point of the game.
It kind of reminded me of yesterday when we had that show match. We kind of played together. I was picking up kills, and you were like, Phil, absolutely useless. I was like, I'm trying, but
Phil, speaking of useless.
Okay. All right. No. One thing I also want to point out, I'm glad you brought up his name, Dispenza. Dispenza, he's quiet, but he's low-key the MVP of this team. He does everything for his team as an anchor. He can slay when he has to. It's insane, but I'm going to send it to Farouk on the main stage.
I'm here right now with Wildebeest now. Come on here, the wily veteran of the squad. You got that victory here. Was this a cakewalk or what? How'd you guys do in this game?
You know, like in New York, we knew that they were going to get like some rounds because, you know, they got 2. So I guess, you know, it was somewhat of a cakewalk. They got, what, 3, 4 rounds? Whatever. It was a warm-up match.
Just a warm-up match. All right, cool. Well, you got a cool pool. You got Vanquish in your pool. Tell me what you want the rest of the tournament to know about EUNITED.
Well, I just want the rest of the tournament to know that if we're on fire and we're playing the game that we want to play, we're not going to lose to anybody. Nobody. I don't care who it is. Optic, Echo, it doesn't matter.
Calling out. Shots fired. Belly Bell. Back to you, baby.
Farouk, the man with the golden voice. I love listening to him talk, man. But on our Bravo station, in case you guys didn't know, we also have another stream. We saw Ghost Gaming take down Red Reserve with a round count of 14-6.
Yeah, and Red Reserve currently 0-4 right now in pool play. I mean, you got to wonder, this squad that was put together, kind of a combination of the 2 members of Ghost Gaming that were dropped and former E6, not looking strong so far in Dallas.
That's kind of one of the things that you worry about. You know, storyline-wise, you know, that was Keem and Drix's opportunity to take out Ghost, and it just seems like Ghost came out super strong, but we were able to see I want to see what Red Reserve can do, and it really is interesting who from the open bracket, because you said it's a Shark Tank, who's coming out of there, who's going to be playing into A and Pool A.
No, definitely. It was supposed to be a game of just revenge. I saw Drix go off map 1. I saw Keem go off map 2. It's just the dynamic of the team.